Hello, 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 everybody.
That was loud.
It was loud.
That was like extra loud. I was like, whoa, hold on a second.
Well, my microphone is just a little bit closer, but it shouldn't have made that much of a difference.
Didn't sound loud on my end.
Maybe I just had my volume up higher. I don't know. Who knows? I try to ignore you guys.
Well, maybe now that you've taken the blondness out of you, everything is kind of heightened up a little bit.
He's got a
I know,
point
right?
there. He's got a point.
Hey, I can no longer say I'm a Disney blonde. That's for sure.
That's right, everybody. So, how do you like Eileen's new look?
I don't know if anybody's even on yet. Well, hey, Robin. I've been looking down. I was looking down to share out, and I was like, I looked up, I was like, wait a second, that's me.
Oh yeah, we got to showcase you. Why does that always change?
Wait,
Well,
what?
and yours does Nick's.
What the hell?
No, I know we're under the same account and everything, but I thought the avatars stay the same for the computers that you're on.
I thought the same thing too, to be honest.
And see, like the name stays the same on this computer, but if I get on my phone, my name, whatever it was the last time I was on my phone comes up.
Huh. That's
Hold on, there we go. I think I got my shares out.
hello, Robin. Hello, Vicky. Hello, Jeff.
Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Vicky.
Hey, Jeff from the Goat. Good to see you.
Vicky's part of the crew that helped me get Beth good during her birthday and had the Mexican restaurant put cake in her face.
Jeez.
Adrian's going to be a little bit late tonight. She literally just got off of work.
Guys, I'm going to get off for just a quick second. I got to figure out what's going on with my camera. I'll be right back.
Hey, you look just perfect.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
All right.
No, my hair is really not that long. I just decided to put it straightened. I just straightened it today. It's only.
Did you cut it any?
Well, I cut it a couple of weeks ago. I was at work and I saw some dead ends, so I cut it. So it's about. I think it's about right here.
Okay. Yeah, this is going to take some getting used to seeing you. Not
You I didn't put my eyelashes on. That would have really blown your mind.
Yeah, probably. Like, who the hell are you?
Oh, crap.
Whoa! What the? We just got a whole bunch of comments here all at one time.
I'm about to say, where have you been? I've been talking.
No, I just had like 10 of them show up all at once.
Oh, he's kind of ditzy.
Hello, Brad.
All right, now I'm back.
You just missed it unless it just happened on my end. I had 10 comments pop up all at one time.
It had to be on your end because they've been coming up gradually for me.
Did they? Okay.
Brad, I think Adrian's heading to your house.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you better run.
Thank you, Robin.
Hair great.
I only got 3 vapes to work with tonight.
Ooh, check that out.
It is sour candy, sour apple, and triple berry ice.
Whoa.
What happened to the watermelon? You used it all up?
No, it's in my purse. I've got like 5 or 6 in my purse.
Okay.
This is a really cool effect.
Adrian is actually running a little late. She got a different work schedule for this weekend, so she just got off of work a few minutes ago. So she's going to be a little bit late coming in tonight.
Yeah, she's probably headed. Well, like
just to let you know,
she's going to Brad's house.
That's what I'm talking about. She's probably still doing her. She's probably still doing her job. Hunting down Brad. So that's why she's running late.
Brad, we are not going to be doing a 6-hour show tonight. I promise
Nope.
you that.
That's not going to
Oh.
happen.
No.
Who is this, by the way? This Facebook user?
It's probably Jeff.
I think he said it was Jeff earlier, but I don't know if it's the same person or not.
Well, let me let me go in into. Yeah, it's Jeff.
Okay.
So, what do y'all want to talk about tonight besides trying to make Nick laugh his butt off?
Oh my God.
Well, we do need to bring up something that is very, very important. Probably the most important topic we'll ever have tonight, if not on this show. Ladies and gentlemen, when you start doing searches on YouTube, I can't do it with a straight face. I had a whole speech. I can't do it. When you're doing a search on YouTube, be very, very careful what you're getting into.
So when we start seeing porn, then we know what Jamie's referring to.
Don't
Nick,
even start.
you want to explain why?
What's that?
Would you like to explain why, Nick?
Oh no! I think
We're already on the topic, and Brad's going to get a kick out of this.
Yeah.
Nick, you okay over there again?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Don't even get started. I already went through 1 week like that. I don't know if I can go through that again.
So, in our supernatural talk chat, we received this message from Nick. So not really a message; it's actually a link to a video. And I'm thinking to myself, why would Nick even be watching this?
Well, you think of yourself. You typed it.
Yeah. So I'm going to let you guys' imagination kind of linger here for a minute, thinking about what kind of video Nick could possibly be watching, especially on YouTube.
Yeah, I pretty much.
I'd be like, Nick, this is the last thing you should be looking up.
Because this was something that was funny. That's the difference.
I'm gonna let you take over, Nick.
Oh my God! Well, I don't even have the link with me right now.
You don't have the link. Just tell the story.
Hold on.
All right. So, as many of you guys know, obviously, well, Brad especially, I have a fear of roaches, basically, and I will usually never look up anything about roaches until I came across this clip, because I do watch a lot of Family Guy, of I don't know if you guys remember that episode of Family Guy. It was one of the older episodes. Was when Brian was renting a hotel room. They said they have to watch out because they got some bad roaches there. And that is why I will never rent a motel room, because of the bad roaches. I can't make the accent, though. I'm sorry. Did you watch it, Eileen? Because I never saw you respond to it.
I was at work. Some of us would get cussed out every day at work. So, I saw the chat, couldn't watch the video, but I have seen the thing before.
Yeah, I've seen it before. Okay.
Some of us get chewed out. Not very often, but sometimes.
I did not watch it because at the time I was feeding Angelia.
What the hell? You guys don't know what happened in the video. Well, you don't know what happened in the video then.
All I had to do is just look at the little thumbnail that came with the clip.
That told everything.
Yeah.
It was just 10 seconds.
So go ahead. I sent it to you to make it easier.
Oh, to me or to Jeremy?
I sent it to Jeremy. So you have to go back to the chat.
Well, the thing is, I don't really want to show it on here because Facebook and YouTube has been cracking down.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we don't want to get banned again.
It's
our thing.
Oh man.
Jill, did you enjoy the show with Holly and Beth? I was only able to stick around for a little bit, but they had a really, really good topic to talk about.
Whoa!
Where'd you go?
Where'd you go? We lost you. Where'd you go? I hope your laptop didn't die, because I know he said he had a new laptop or something. Oh, wait, there he is. What happened?
I don't know. All of a sudden, I got a something went wrong error.
The roach got him.
Now, is that still Jeff with about the kilt, or are we on with?
I'm pretty sure it is.
I was gonna say I thought it was Jeff that wanted kilts. Oh, looks like Jill's no.
I have been in the apartment industry for about 20-something years. I'm not gonna say exactly how long, but the man, I've had one property I worked at that we had bed bugs issues, and oh my gosh, it is a pain in the butt to get rid of them. I'd rather have a roach infestation than bed bugs.
They didn't tell you that you were on their turf? Cut you up so bad? Because those are bad roaches.
This one here, his name is Jeff, but this is a different Jeff. This is Jeff Ox.
Oh.
He is actually from Michigan, and he goes around to a whole bunch of different conventions.
So, okay, because I was about to get on to the goat, because if I found out that he was in Georgia a couple of months ago, didn't hit me up, only being 2 states away, I was going to be I was going to be upset.
Oh, I'm really surprised. This new Jeff, I haven't ran into any of the cons that I've gone to.
Yeah, so this is Jeff Oaks, but his last name is spelled Ochs. If you see him at one of the conventions, he's almost always has a camera with him. He takes a lot of pictures. He's got a full beard.
I want to get into photography. My father-in-law was into photography. He did equestrian photography. And before he passed, he had given me, because he was going blind, so he'd give me all his cameras. And I've gotten some tips like where to place your subject and all that in the photo and all that, but it's just like my pictures, unless I guess most people do tweak them, but it's like I can't get that perfect shot. I do better painting what I'm seeing than I do taking a picture.
Brett, I had a roach problem, but I got rid of her. I know what he's talking about for that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. Here we go again.
Wait a minute. That might be the other reason why Adrian's not here. She's probably going to recruit his ex-wife for it.
Oh, that would be so cool. Hey, Brad, can you do this? I mean, I can always do some research. Can you send me your ex-wife's name? I might have a new bestie.
I seriously doubt he will ever give up her name.
I'm the researcher, so trust me, I could find it if I really wanted to. I could have a new bestie.
He just gave yeah.
That's what I tell people all the time. I'm like, do you not realize paranormal investigators, especially the ones that that are the part of the research team, we can find stuff.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we know where to look.
Yeah, we got some researchers out there that can really dig deeper than you thought possible.
And roaches, so I smoked them. Wait a minute. Yeah, but you got to remember, there's more than one Brad.
Oh, trust me. All we got to do is go find. There's always a trail. Always a trail.
GPS, how do you build a goat lick? Oh, jeez, here we go with the lick names.
I think he thoroughly enjoyed that conversation last week. Yeah, well, let's be honest. We all did.
Hell yeah. And I'm going to have to tell Adrian when she comes here, you don't know what you missed last week.
I gave her a little preview of it on Friday night when she was on 13th Dimension.
Oh, and how did she feel about that?
Yeah. Tonight we were supposed to have Robert Murphy and Janie Harris from Elite Paranormal Society as our guest tonight, but Robert messaged me last night. Janie's under the weather; she's not feeling real good, and Robert had to work tonight. So we have them rescheduled to come back in 2 weeks. This here would give Janie enough time to rest and recover before getting back on camera.
Oh.
Yeah, I was talking to some friends of mine that Adrian. You're so ugly.
I know, God.
It's
nice to hear it, Adrian.
So, okay, I've done my part. I'm leaving now. I got to go and cry. You know, I got to talk to Eileen.
But you just got here.
I know, and I've spent enough time. Believe me.
10 seconds of Eileen is enough for Zach.
No, I was talking to my friends, and of course, anyone who's in the chat who doesn't know, I do know how to say Illinois. But when I meet people that I like, I always have to say Illinois because I know it aggravates me, because it started with Nick, and I was like, oh, I wonder if this aggravates everyone. So it does. So I was in there talking. I was like, I have got more friends in Indiana than I do probably that I talk to weekly than I do Mississippi. How the heck? I mean, I'm like, what the heck? How did that happen? Everybody else is kind of scattered, but I got more. And now it's starting to get to be Illinois because people I shoot darts with are from Illinois or Boston, and I met someone else who's from there. And I was like, you have got to be. How is it that I know I talk weekly to more people there than I do in Mississippi?
Well, Eileen, it's probably because Indiana is just that damn good a state.
Or I need to pick my friends better.
And I'm only an hour away from the Indiana border.
Again, I need to pick my friends better. I just do not have to judge a character.
What's up, Mort?
Yeah, you're a judge.
Wait, you have friends?
Brad, if you couldn't see me weekly, you would cry.
Oh, I'm sure if Adrian's going out search for him, I'm sure he's crying right now.
Oh, Brad's got me on a mission. I'm going to find the ex's name.
Uh-oh.
I cry now and I only see you one day a week. This is going to get ugly.
Go Hoosiers.
Hoosiers.
But I was watching a reality show. I have gotten on this reality show kick, and I hate reality shows. But one led into another, which led into another. And this girl was walking around. She goes, yeah, this is his sweatshirt. And it was Ole Miss. I was like, yeah, there we go.
I was thinking you were going to. I literally thought I was
really not that big a fan of reality shows. I'm
not either. Okay, so when I have a problem sleeping, so maybe that's why I'm tired all the time. And so I started watching The Circle on Netflix. I was like, okay, this will be something good and I can go to sleep. Yeah, no, I didn't quite go to sleep. I kept watching it. Well, then season 2, I'm like, ooh, I got to see what's going on in season 2. Ooh, I got to see what's season 3, whatever. Then I started, then of course, when all that was over, it automatically plays. I know everything. And so
that wasn't what he was saying, Eileen.
Oh, no, that's what Brad just said. He's got the moves.
So then it just went over to
Isaac.
Back again.
So then I went over to automatically start playing Love is Blind. So I was like, how stupid are these people? These are the biggest idiots. Da, da, da. Well, then before you know it, I'm on season 3 and okay. Well, then next thing that starts playing is Perfect Match. Well, now it's like the people from Love is Blind is on with the people from The Circle and this other show and this other show. And I'm like, okay, well, I know these people now. I got to watch this. Well, then I didn't watch the other 2 shows. So I'm like, okay, now I got to figure out about these people. It was like a rabbit hole I went down. All I was trying to do is go to sleep.
That's another bad thing. Something that I'm fighting through. When I go to bed and I turn on my lights, last thing I do, I look at my phone.
You're not supposed to look at your phone or be on any electronics to help you sleep.
Right. When I go to bed, I'll read a book for an hour or so, and then I turn on my light, and then I check for any last minute messages, and then I put it down and go to sleep, or try to go to sleep.
I have gotten where in the morning, so I have a program on my phone, which I can do on my phone now for work. And it's basically our daily pricings. I have to go and look at them. And sometimes I have to click approve because our prices at work change daily. And so I get to work. I always forget to do it. So I was like, okay. So I set a reminder on my phone. And so I get up in the morning. I start brushing my teeth. I'm pulling that up because I used to get up in the morning. The first thing I would do is I would either check Messenger or my text messages. And I read somewhere that never do that first thing in the morning because either it's because if you do get the message, a lot of times if something that came through in the middle of the night, it's not the best message you want.
Right.
Or if you were expecting a message and you didn't get the message that you were wanting or hear from someone you wanted, then both of those would make you depressed for the whole day. It would start your mood for the whole day. Now, the only time would be if it was something really good and it could cheer you up all day. But then, but most of the messages you would get in the middle of the night. Oh gosh, Scotty.
Hi, Scott.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, Shorty. But most of the messages you would get are either are not good in the middle of the night. And so or you can go down a rabbit hole and end up being late for work. But most of it's because it starts off so much negativity starts your day. So I've gotten to where I do not check it till I get on the road. At a red light, I should say.
Yeah, I was going to say at a red light.
At a red light.
For me, I always look at my phone first thing in the morning just so I can see what time it is. If I have a voicemail, I generally won't listen to it for probably at least an hour because I don't want to listen to it.
Thanks, Scott.
I mean, I wish there was a more diplomatic way or more polite way of saying it, but I just don't want to listen to it.
No one wants to listen to you either first thing in the morning. You're not the voice to hear in the morning either.
Hey, I don't want to listen to myself first thing in the morning. That's why I don't put my hearing aid on until well in the afternoon.
Because y'all know it takes me forever to read something in a group chat. I mean, I put my phone down. I put it on silent.
Women don't listen any time of the day.
Why would we? When
perfect message for Adrian to walk into. So now she can lay in on Brad first thing.
So, Adrian, chime in. Women don't listen because all we be doing is listening to incorrect information.
Yeah. Because we get blamed for the shit anyway.
Just
Brad.
saying.
Women don't listen. Brad, why would we listen? Why? Brad, I've heard you talk. Why?
About a week or so ago, I forget who it was, but a friend of mine was posting about a show that's called Why Women Kill.
Oh, I watched that.
And
Men.
she was really intrigued by why they titled it that. And I said, Why Women Kill? I got the perfect three-word answer for you. Because men breed.
Love is nuts.
Yeah.
There's some men that are, pretty smart.
Brad at least admitted it's because of one word. Brad.
See, Brett had this for you. You want to hear something funny? Tell your Alexa she's fired.
I probably should not right now because it's like right over there. And that doesn't sound like. Look, I've been working.
Like that comment that Jeff put out. I fell in the rabbit hole. I think it bit me.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that's the thing.
He's absolutely right on that.
Yeah.
I've been working 10-hour days. I went from five days a week to 4 days a week, 10-hour days. I'm not sure this was a good idea. I'm really not. But I will find out, Brad. But Brad, men, especially, we won't mention names, Brad, but, they are smartest when they are, let's see, how PG do we need to be today? Yeah, we're okay. Yeah, so they're smartest when they're plugged into somebody smart. That's all. That's the only time.
That's because there's no picture in the group chat.
I think you're like way behind, so I don't know where that was.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's referring to.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of group chat, Scott and I got pulled into a group chat earlier today.
Oh boy!
And there was only one person in there besides each other that we knew, and I'm thinking, okay, what's the purpose of this chat? What's going on? And I'm sure Scott was thinking the same thing, and it turned out that our mutual friend, I won't mention Jeff's name, but our mutual friend, somehow it just happened through butt dialing, and it just grabbed a whole bunch of random people and threw us into a chat.
I have been pulled into, in the last 2 weeks, I think I counted 22 chats that all of a sudden they pop up.
I was about to say, Adrian, I think I was
is that
those group chats too.
The group pages themselves?
Yeah, that have chats.
Yeah, everybody's getting those. I keep going through the edit and just unchecking them and saving it. Yeah. Everybody's. No, this one here is an actual legit group chat that somebody created, and he somehow his phone was still active. He stuck it in his back pocket, and his butt just started dialing up everybody's name and threw us all in there.
And that is why I have a lock on my phone. Not to be secretive, I have a lock on my phone because I know I will butt dial somebody.
Well, and that's okay, but one day somebody's going to get pulled into a chat that somebody's talking some mad shit about them, and they're going to be pissed off, and it's going to be all over Facebook. Yeah, it's going to get bad.
Yeah.
I think you're right. For all we know, it's already happened.
I'm sure it has.
I know I've got pulled in a couple of group chats, and there were people in there that I didn't want to associate with. I just saw myself out.
Well, now it's starting to tell you if you have someone blocked, it does tell you this person that you have blocked is in the group chat. Do you want to continue? But I'm thinking,
yeah, it's been doing that.
Well, here's my thoughts on that. Okay, so I should not get in a group chat with just say 80 people I know because of one person. So why not just do like you do with Facebook and block that person from me where I can't see it versus me
The thing
choosing?
is, in a group chat, you may still have that person blocked, but in a
You can
group
still
chat,
see it.
you'll still be able to see that person, and that person will see you whenever you're chatting.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
What?
So,
Whoa, what?
so why not? No, why can't Facebook just block me from being able to see that one person's chat? You can block it on the live. You can block it. Why not there? Why do I
You
have
know,
to choose not to be in that group? Just
I'm
because
like this. If I blocked them on Facebook, they can't see my stuff. If they want to see what I say in chat, I will gladly let them have it.
But you gotta love these people. There's certain people out there who I guess they don't realize if they block you and you still have a chat in Facebook or in Messenger and they unblock you so they think they can see what you're posting, their chat box pops up. I had that happen where someone blocked me before I got a chance to block them, and then all of a sudden their face showed up in the chat box. I'm like, wait. So I go, they unblock me, of course, then they have to wait 48 hours to block you again.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'm like, how much of a non-life do you have to keep unblocking and blocking someone? You gotta really have
childish bullshit.
Yeah, you're looking for something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh wait, I'm still here.
Right.
Remember me? No.
No, when I block somebody, I forget about that person. I can give a shit what they do.
Exactly.
Yep, that's exactly what I do.
I still have their chat because it was something big went down. And if they ever try to say I did this, I'm like, nope, I got it in chat exactly what went down. Because it was involving a lot of people. And it's just for record purposes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, you are, Jeff.
Bad influence. You know, I actually just did something like I just unfriended and just like just about a week or so ago. It was and it was actually somebody who I knew really well, but I just unfriended him, and I couldn't, just like you, Jer, I could at least give two shits about him because he actually said something that was pretty unexpected. In fact, it was on my birthday, so he had to go after that.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you who all I've blocked.
Yeah.
And I don't care. I mean, if I blocked him, it's for a reason. I'm not going back through it.
Hey, Brad will take your goat.
My dad basically gave me actually a good idea of like how I should remove this person because he had
Scott just made me choke.
Okay, who's buying this?
Is there a storm up there? Is there a storm up there? Because someone's gonna get hit by lightning.
Well, we all know. Even the angels, you know, the devil was an angel once.
Yeah, but yeah, like what my dad once told me to do was, because this guy, what he just did was like, you know, that on Friday when everyone was posting, you know, happy birthday to me, all he said on my post was F you. And I mean, that's literally what he said. He said that to me. And what my dad told me was just not actually like it, but just show a comment, give an emoji, just thumbs up. And I removed him right afterwards. Yeah. I don't know what his problem was, but he had to go.
Hi there, Nate. Thank you for joining us tonight.
First of all, if that's how you feel about someone, just unfriend them. I mean, like if he felt that way about you, just unfriend you.
Yeah.
Secondly,
how about
on your
say
birthday?
Yeah.
How about just don't say nothing?
I didn't say anything like that. I just gave the thumbs up emoji and then he was gone. And in fact, I should probably say, Eileen, you've met him before too.
Now you got
so it's also someone else you know too.
Now you're gonna have to message me.
I'm gonna have to say it later.
I hope it's not that jerk that I was just watching earlier.
No, it was someone else.
But I mean, it's like, why go through all that? I mean, I am a nobody. I mean, I am just me. Why? I mean, just like all of y'all. I mean, you're just you. No offense.
Yeah.
But even George Clooney is just George Clooney. I mean, so just if you don't, I mean, why do you care so much what someone does? Now, I'll tell you, I'll be the first to go, ooh, I wonder, and I'll go through and look at some celebrities just because I'm being bored. But that's all it is. But, 90% of my time, I have something going on. I have a life.
Yeah. Mine's called work, but,
I have a beef with Nick.
I put that, I messaged you guys in the private chat in case you guys noticed.
I have a beef with Nick. So
you always do.
Let Eileen live.
What?
I'm gonna start.
I got my own hashtag now. I'm
jerkies.
special.
No offense to Jeremy's beef sticks.
Actually, I'm not doing the beef sticks anymore.
Why not? What have you retired from them?
Well, no, it's not. It's not that I'm tired of them, but the way things are for me. Oh, the way things are for me now, when it comes to eating, I get stuff stuck up between my lip and my teeth, and I don't feel it.
Yeah.
And it just gets aggravating. So I don't want that to happen during the show.
Well, actually,
Yes,
no. I would
yeah.
say, no. I was going to say, I didn't say if you were tired of them. I thought, have you retired from them?
Oh, no.
Retired.
Don't get him back.
For now, I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
At least until I get full feeling in my lips, which I'm starting to on the right side. Still
Right.
nothing on the left, but just got to give it time.
Scott, you
Who
have
is this Facebook user?
That's Jeff.
Jeff.
The goat.
But I
Yeah,
think
that's
it's two different Jeffs.
Let's go.
Yep.
It's two different Jeffs that have been coming on.
Well,
Yeah.
the other Jeff I think is gone.
Okay.
He was only commenting for a few times.
Okay. If
Yeah,
it's
Scott, you
go,
haven't been
okay.
eating your nuggets? What the hell?
Why can't you eat your nuggies?
Jill, I have to
almost
say
started
this.
the whole craze.
Years ago, my sister and I were addicted to beef sticks. So we went to Sam's, and that's when they first started coming up with a huge thing of beef sticks. So my sister lived in another location. So we're like, okay, we're going to get them, split the cost, and you take half, I'll take half. Man, we were really upset. We walked to the checkout. There was they wouldn't scan. So we had to leave without our beef sticks. I mean, we were like, call a manager all over beef sticks. I'm like, don't mess with my
Couldn't they
beef
just type in the price?
Hmm?
Couldn't they just type in the
It
price?
was literally, I think they had just come out at Sam's. This was years ago. And so I don't
Stop
think
trying
they
to eat 'em.
even had them in their system yet. They put them out too early.
Oh,
And there was only a few out. And I was like, I was so upset.
It's
it
the
was
saddest
beef stick. You had
story.
to have your beef stick and your cheese stick. You had to have both.
Ooh.
It's the saddest
Now,
story
I
according to Eileen
never
to Jill.
Cheese sticks just don't, like the string of cheese. They just don't seem appealing to me. I don't know why.
They
I
don't
do
taste
pepper
like cheese either.
I do pepper jack.
That
So
that might be better.
Now, I love cheese, but I got to have something with the cheese.
Well, that's the beef stick. Hello.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm saying I can't just eat it by itself and then eat something. I got to have
Nick.
cheese on something.
See, now I got creative last night. I was going to make a Spud Max at home, and I was going to add some avocado in it. So I got really
Right, I
creative.
can't do those.
And then my kids decided to tell me, we don't like baked potatoes. I'm like, dude, y'all been with me for 23 years, 15 years. Like, I know you do it. They just wanted something else. But anyways, I got creative. I make a 5-cheese grilled cheese sandwich, but I wasn't in the mood for that. So last night I took Texas toast, bacon, ham, avocado, and pepper jack cheese. It was good.
Oh, I
That
bet.
sounds good.
And that was my
Yeah.
grilled cheese last night.
That
Think
sounds-
Jill just wanted to become best friends, but you've already been best friends, though.
You
Oh
know,
man, Scott, 13 hours.
Whoa! Yikes!
Sleep well. Sleep
Yeah,
well.
have a good night.
Sweet dreams,
Scott,
sweetheart.
you got to slow down. Jeez, Scott, you got to slow down.
You do. You do.
Yeah.
All right, bub. Love you.
Love you, sweetheart.
No,
I didn't say that,
Slow
though.
down. I wish you'd slow down.
Yeah.
But no, as far as
Oh,
the Slim Jims go for me, as of right now, they are retired until further notice.
I'm sorry. That comment just sounds so wrong right now.
Okay, go. Go. No. It's all in how you use them.
He was on a roll tonight.
Yeah, he really is going crazy.
Scott,
He's
you're
usually
hearing
never
things.
even on
Go
this
ahead.
long.
See, Scott's like hearing things at this moment. He needs to go
Oh,
to bed.
hey, guys. Okay, guys. I want you guys to start focusing and paying attention to
Bro.
Nick right now.
Jeez. What the hell?
Tell me that is not a 1960s beehive hairdo that's on Nick right now.
What? No, that's just a shadow.
Yeah,
That's a
that is.
shadow over me. Look, it's gone. That's just a damn shadow on the green screen.
I love it. Yes.
Look, he did that to me earlier, Nick. Now you know
Yeah.
how I feel. I'm messaging. I look up and I'm on the bed. I was like, wait, what the heck?
Oh, Brad.
Yeah, I like to keep everybody on their toes. I like to keep everybody on their toes, and most of the time, I do a damn good job at that.
Brad. That was uncalled for.
Oh man.
Woo, buddy.
Jeff, he's really loving it.
See, everybody agrees with me.
Like that info I sent you Tuesday. Oh, wait a minute. What info was that again that he sent me?
What?
I
You're
don't
talking
remember what it
shit
was.
behind my back and not sending me shit? What?
I'm gonna have to. The picture. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see what the hell that was. That he had sent me.
Nick.
Oh, damn it! Yes, I did see that picture. Damn it!
That looks
Damn it! Wait.
That looks like a galaxy that's floating through your head right now, Nick.
That's because it is.
That looks pretty cool.
I was gonna say.
You're not getting it. No.
Hang on 1 second.
At first, I thought maybe that might have been a reflection on my screen, but no.
No, it actually. I noticed that myself. I did some effect where I have like the green screen on.
Oh,
And,
hold on. I want to see them.
Come here, girl. Come on.
Puppies.
Yeah.
Puppies.
No.
What you doing? What you doing?
What
you doing?
Over here? Oh, no. We don't lick. No. That's good, girl.
Didn't you just have your hair in a ponytail?
Yeah, I just pulled it out.
Okay. I
Okay,
thought it was
no.
great.
Okay, can you get down now? Hey, Ghost, come here. Come here, Ghost. Come on, boy. Oh, yeah.
No, I was trying to say though, Jerry, I did some effect with the green screen. Like I was able to turn it on with StreamYard, then I used OBS, and it's giving me this kind of shadowy look with the effect. I actually find it really cool.
Yeah, it makes you look like you come straight from the 1960s.
All right, down you go. Yeah.
I would like to
Yeah.
respond to Jill. Can it be if it's tax-free money? Yes. If it's got to be taxed, no.
Well,
Yeah. I've done it before. Of course, they were Madagascar. They
No.
were in Costa Rica. But yeah, why
I
not?
still wouldn't do it.
If I could walk away with the $1 million, oh yeah, I would do it.
I would do it now with the roach though. Someone asked me to eat Gorilla Glue. For $2 million. For $2 million though.
Nick, if you eat Gorilla Glue, that's the last thing you're going to eat because you're not going to be able to open your mouth again.
I have eaten a cinnamon toast crunch mealworm. They're little mealworms like you feed your lizards, and they're dipped in. They're dead, but they're dipped in cinnamon and sugar.
Okay.
I mean, when in New
Okay.
Orleans?
So okay, craziest things we've ever eaten. So Eileen went. Jeremy?
Craziest things we've ever eaten?
Or what somebody would consider weird.
Oh boy.
I don't know what you're doing, but what? No, thank you. Okay. You can ask me. It's okay.
I won't say that this is weird, but it was definitely unique because it's not something that I personally have seen on any of the markets. It was one of those really rare things, at least for the time. I don't know how it is now. But 20 years ago, a friend of mine had me try out a piece of ostrich meat.
Ostrich
And-
meat or meat?
Meat.
Okay.
He
That's
had
actually
me
pretty
try
good.
out ostrich meat, and it was stone cold out of the fridge. He did
Oh.
not heat it up, but oh damn, it was so good.
No, it's got to be warm. No.
It was
I guess it
very,
doesn't
very
work.
good. Probably one of the best meats that I've ever had.
Is it
Very
tough?
healthy too.
I'm about to say, I would think with as much as they run, it would be a little tough.
No, shouldn't be.
Yeah, it was to me. It was closer to chicken meat than anything else.
Everything tastes like chicken.
No, it does not.
No, it
does
doesn't.
not.
Nope.
No.
Now, alligator meat
Alligator meat.
is very known
Greasy?
down here.
There's
It's
bear
greasy?
too.
No, it's really like sausage. The way I've eaten my alligator meat, it's actually just like sausage patties. And then I've had some alligator jerky, but alligator meat down here is like deer meat.
Yeah, well, we had it in Florida, and it was at a restaurant, and it was disgusting. It was the tail, and it was nothing but like deep fried fat, like off a cow. That's what it tasted like, and I was done.
Oh, wow.
Jill
I know it
here
can be
said,
better than that.
grossest
I
thing
used
eat-
to live in Florida for 6 years, but I don't know if
Cooked
we've
in
ever had
blood.
alligator meat or not.
See,
That does not sound bad, Jill.
see, now I tell people all the time, I will try something as long as you do not tell me what it is. Just like escargot.
No.
Escargot is really good.
No.
But when you realize what it is, you're like,
that.
ugh.
I haven't tried that.
I
Okay,
haven't
so
chocolate covered ants.
you've never
I-
had chocolate covered
I've had-
ants?
No, I have.
Oh, okay.
I've had elk, I've had bison, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
had quail egg. That was good.
What about rattlesnake? Who's eating rattlesnake?
I didn't
They
even know
eat
you
it
could
a lot
eat that.
down here, but I like I said, it's got
No?
the word snake in it. It's like my man sharks.
Okay, I've eaten. Let's see. It's easier to say what I haven't eaten.
Pig's feet. I haven't touched pig's feet yet.
My dad used to eat pickled pig's feet. I tried it as a child. I will not go buy them. That's not going to happen. I will put them in my menudo. I have no problem with that. But I don't know if there's anybody here who actually cooks Mexican food. But menudo is supposed to have pig feet in it.
Yeah, I can't because
Not
I know
mine.
what it is and
Yeah.
I see it.
No, not mine. It actually has
Leave that up.
when I cook mine,
Oh,
it's got 3 meats. It has, it has oxtail, which is nothing but beef tail.
Yeah, I can make tacos too, Jill.
It just takes her 5 hours.
No.
It's so easy to make.
And then it's
That's
got
just like
chicken
Zach
broth. I cook the stomach or the tripe in chicken broth. And then I put beef broth in it too. And pork, beef, chicken. Yeah. So it's got all 3 in it, but I love menudo.
Well, see down here,
Go for it. No, I don't know what that is.
things aren't really as weird as it is up. And I mean, Adrian would, because she's been in the South, will understand more. But down here, things aren't as weird as they are up there when you say it. Because in the South, we were poor for so
Goat's
long.
feet.
that you have to you just had to do what you had to do. I mean, but now I will say my mealworms and ants were all in New Orleans, so
Right. And the goats, actually, let's go back to I was in New Mexico for 12
Goat's
years.
feet.
Yeah. So I was in New Mexico for a long time. Obviously it's right there by the border. So, but what I did find out when I did some research is a lot of these foods that we consider delicacies now or disgusting, whichever one you want to go with, the menudo, the tongue, the all that.
yeah, I've never
These
eaten
things-
cow tongue. It's a big thing down here, cow tongue,
I
and
love
I
it.
can't do cow tongue.
I love it. But all those things were like throwaway parts for the rich people. They threw them away. And the slaves would eat them. That's what the slaves had left. They learned to cook it amazing. And I'm telling you what, those rich people missed out because they really learned to cook it well and it's good.
See, my
Rocky Mountain
grandmother,
oysters, I love them.
my grandmother owned a restaurant down here, and that's what brought us to Mississippi. And because for those, I'm originally from Washington State, and which I'm mad at my siblings because they're all in Washington State and Canada right now, so they're in grounded. But they, so especially if we had this older black lady who did most of the cooking and who taught. I don't think she taught my grandma how to
Rocky
cook.
Mountain
She really taught her
oysters.
how to make true soul food. And oh my gosh, I literally would go to my grandmother's every weekend or every other weekend just to eat. And so, I mean, to this day, now my husband won't eat true soul food because he's a Yankee. But when my mom moved down here, her biggest thing was she thought there was only a couple types of beans. She didn't realize there were so many different peas, so many different beans. And I mean, she didn't understand Southern food. She moved down here in her 30s, 40s, whatever. So she didn't understand Southern food. So, man, my grandma could cook.
Goat. Why?
This right here.
Yeah.
When I'm thinking about this, that Jill says, the way that is spelled out, the first thing that pops into my mind is guano.
I was going to say, Joe, are you sure that was?
I think I just about made her choke on her food.
Did she eat some that guano?
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you sure that was chocolate pork there, Jill?
That's something we have to look up now.
He says that it's cooked in pork blood. I can't even fathom the idea of that.
Blood pudding.
That just doesn't sound good, Adrian.
It doesn't sound good at all.
It's not, but
I figured it wasn't.
it's not. But okay, so out of that's like anybody watch Naked and Afraid?
Nope, haven't.
Yeah, my dad is watching it.
I love it. I do.
My dad is watching it a couple of times.
I'm sure she'll come across that.
You know what?
More
Does
Well, and also to answer your question too, I've seen a few episodes because they've actually done a few Shark Week specials. So my dad's watched it a number of times. I've watched it a few times. It's a great. Hey, David's in the house.
Hi, David. Does
We all know. No, wait a minute.
Shark Week?
We all know he stopped in to say hi to Eileen. He really did not stop in to say hi to the rest of us.
Oh! What? Since David is here,
Oh, are you gonna do it? Adrian missed it last week.
Yes,
Oh my
he
God.
did.
I love you, David. I miss you, sweetie.
And Jeremy, did you tell Adrian about that was during one of my laughing fits that we were watching?
I did hear that on the 13th dimension the next day.
Did I show you that video?
No, I
Adrian?
did go see it though.
Oh, you're gonna like this.
Oh, I saw it.
Well, let me see if let me make sure I can find it.
I miss my David
here
child
it is.
so bad.
So let's set this up.
He hates it when I call him child.
Was
I'm
this
already laughing
an
about it.
investigation at a location?
No, this is at his house.
Okay, so David. You know what? I'm just going to play the video. It's
So David heard something outside, and you see his and he goes running.
What?
Wait.
Oh, he found his niece. Okay.
Wait, you should play the full video though. Jill, I didn't know you weren't actually brother and sister. Just
I would have to find where I put that video. Hi, David. Nice to see you.
Look, Jill, I don't think David and I even realize we're not full-blooded brother and sister.
Wow.
I mean, that is a funny video. You can't deny it.
Well, I sent the video to Dave. I was like, hey, that would be the perfect song to add to that, David. Let the bodies hit the floor.
We were coming up with all these different songs for we didn't even think of that one.
He's got cameras in his house, right? So they heard something outside, and he's got hardwood floor, so he's running from it. You'll see his dad go outside first, but he comes running up down the hall, and then I guess he took the turn to go out the front door, and when he did, his socks slipped.
I do know. I've seen David on quite a few things. David, you're doing awesome here recently. I know you're too big for the rest of us to say hi to you anymore, but you know, of course, you still say hi to Eileen, but you're too big for the rest of us now.
Because he knows I'll go to his dad, and I'll get him grounded if he doesn't.
And get this, Adrian. This is the funniest part. Somehow, David got banned from commenting on the show.
I remember that. Yeah.
But here's the thing. I went through everything that he said. There was nothing that he said that would have even been remotely offensive to anyone.
I've never heard him say. I mean,
I don't understand what happened.
But that's it.
And he even sent me the screenshot of the last stuff that he said before he got banned. I'm like,
he sent it to me too.
By the way, y'all do.
Yeah, David and I both agree. We're just going to blame it on Eileen.
Y'all do know David's grandpa, right?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
His daughter had a baby?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
Oh,
David's a grandpa.
Congratulations, David.
Well, she's a little bit older, but I mean, like, what is she about? Is she a year now, David?
Oh, that's still new.
Wow.
Join the club Facebook jail.
I have never been in Facebook jail. Emily has no filter. I promise you. I love her. She has no filter.
Adrian, I was going to say, that makes two of us. I've never been in Facebook jail either.
But how have I not been in Facebook jail with my mouth? I mean, seriously.
You should have been on also last week because Emily was on with us too.
Look,
I love Emily.
Tommy.
She was having a blast.
Oh my God.
Tommy with TPPS, he got me the shirt that says Facebook jail repeat offender.
The way you just did that, I thought you were fixing to show your boobs.
That's what I thought too.
Speaking of Emily, I'm going to be on Emily's show tomorrow night at 7.
That's right.
So everybody keep an eye out for that. We're going to have some fun.
Put it in the chats and I'll get to watch. I'm off tomorrow.
Uh,
Oh, look, he likes somebody.
I thought it was, wait a minute, I thought it was Jenny that he liked.
It's not us, except, oh, wait. From what I'm seeing, he likes Jill. He likes Brad, dumbass. Now, apparently he likes Eileen. So, you know,
he loves me. He doesn't like me. He loves me. Only because you know how your family and you really don't like your family members. You love them kind of, and that's the way David and I are.
I've always known that.
I have a couple I'd like to love to death.
This, Yep, it's Jeff. Yeah, take care, Jeff.
All right, good night, Jeff.
Jeff.
I just put the link out to the different chats. So that's where I will be tomorrow night at 7 Eastern.
7. So
That'll
that's
be
gonna
5
be
o'clock your
5.
time, Adrian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm off,
that's
so I'm
6
good.
o'clock
I'm
my
going
time.
to. I actually got these books from Amazon, which we all know what's the matter, Eileen?
You know how to read?
No, but I can do this telepathic thing where it just kind of, goes into my brain. We're good.
You just get them for looks. Okay, I got it.
What
Okay,
she did, Eileen, was she bought a book that is titled "Learn How to Read."
Yes. Yes.
She meant audio books.
I listen to those at night. I do that. We'll have presenters for the awards.
Yes,
I guarantee he'll put it out there when it's time.
Yeah, Jill, that's all taken care of.
These are actually really cool. They're mediumship books. And I'm trying to learn the different ways. And this one book actually has a way to, of course, when you first start, which I'm erasing everything, starting over. But you start with trying to figure out which of the clairs you're best at. And it shows you how to work on each one to see, what works best for you. And you can actually hone in on all of them if you want. But there's 3 different authors and they are so good. And of course I already had lessons to start with, but these are actually really good. And it's a workbook. And anybody will tell you, write journals. I don't care if it's something stupid you think it is, or, a dream you had, a part of what you remember, do it. That's actually very scary when you go to actually do that. You're like, nope, not passing this message. No, thank you. Not happening.
I'll have dreams, but by the time I get even to roll over, I only remember a small portion of it. But it's like those dreams, that portion sticks with me all day.
And that's the part you need, is that portion.
Yeah, I'm like, what does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? I've been thinking about it all day long.
And don't try to interpret it. It will come to you when somebody says, oh, well, this and this, and you're like, so you're the one this message is for. And then you decide, are you going to do it or not? Because most of the time I go, nope, not doing this.
No tech award.
Well, it would not.
Yeah,
I don't see that. I just can't see that happening. What the hell, Jill?
Anyway.
What's that, Jeremy?
It's controversial anyway.
Because you have to do that to move on, Jill. You just have to relive it to move on. I learned recently I cannot be doing this. I got in a lot of trouble and finally realized why. Anytime I'll move on, I delete everything. Delete pictures, I don't want him to see them. I don't want to know about it.
Sometimes that's
I don't need him popping up.
That's the hardest part. Not talking, not like if you had, like you say, a friendship with someone for so long, you can block them on Facebook. But sometimes the hardest thing is deleting that photo.
Yeah.
Yep.
And not me. I'm like, delete, gone. They never existed. And we all know Jan. She's like, what the hell? Can you really just move on like nothing ever existed? I said, yes, I can.
I call those nightmares.
Oh, no, that's you, Brad.
Right back. I'm gonna be
That's
you.
That's completely you. But yeah, it's like, okay, no, they can go away, and they will go away. And block, delete, gone, done. Because yes, you have to acknowledge it and move on. But if you're living in the past, you cannot live in the present. You can't. It's deleted, it's gone, done, bye.
That was something I had to fight myself, deleting that last text message.
Hey, Josh.
Hi, Josh. And I would have that text message there forever, and nothing ever going on back and forth. And finally, it's like, I have to get rid of this, otherwise, I'm not going to be able to move on.
Right.
And it would take me months to even do it. But finally, once I did, it's like two things happen, and they both happen at the same time. One, you get all that weight lifted off your shoulder, and two, it's like, oh, did I really just do that?
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
So,
And then you're like, yes, I did. That means I'm done. I'm okay. I'm still alive. And it's gone.
That's right, Jeff. Sometimes you never disconnect with
That's
someone if you
very
bond
true.
spiritually. It just remains even
wait.
after death.
Wait. Do I remember that right? That you did have one that passed away?
Me?
No, Jill.
Oh, Jill.
Hey, Nick.
she did.
Okay, then that's a different story. That's a totally different story. That's probably messages. That's a different story. The ones that are living and that want to be a pain in your damn ass, those are the ones that are a problem.
Oh, so when I dream about Adrian, that's what it. Okay, gotcha.
That's what it is. That's me going, hey.
What about with David though?
There you go, Eileen. That's why you haven't been getting much sleep lately.
I don't dream about David because, again, like Brad says, I would not want to live that nightmare.
Oh, Joshua noticed you dyed your hair.
Do y'all know I have been at work for 3 days now with my hair, and only 2 people at work noticed.
No kidding.
Dreams too before alive and even after death, probably as a visit. Yeah.
I am bad at noticing those differences. It's like I see it, but my brain doesn't register it.
Yeah.
But it's more noticeable because I did straighten it before we went on the air. I have a new curling iron that I was playing with.
Be careful. You've dyed it. Now you're heating it.
But y'all, I am like the most, at one moment I could be the most girly girl. The next moment I can be the most tomboyish person. And sometimes I can mix the two.
Yep.
That's
called being able to adapt.
It's just going with my mood.
Yep.
There's been times where my dad has gone and gotten a haircut, and I would go see him afterwards. He's like, you don't see my haircut? I said, oh, yeah, you did get one.
And now y'all wonder why women do not listen to men, because most men do not pay attention to details either.
Well, the thing is, I don't care about how somebody looks.
Yeah.
So if you're going to change it, I don't care.
But yeah, so we were talking about food earlier and changing things. So I'm trying to eat half an avocado a day because it's supposed to be good for your skin, your hair, your heart, all that. It's like one of the best foods for you.
Avocado is?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
No, you are not most men, Joshua. Thank you.
Okay, Joshua, you got points. Shut up.
That's all you get.
There's your brownie points for the night.
But yeah, so so I'm trying that because I have got to lose weight. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That makes 2 of us. I'm trying too. So am I.
I've been doing these exercise programs. And what I was talking about earlier when I was looking up Beachbody, that's where the insanity program comes in, and that's also where I have the focus 25 minutes. And
OMAD.
Okay, I don't know OMAD.
What's OMAD?
It has to be an acronym for something. But yeah, I've been doing these 25-minute things with Sean T, and I swear that guy's trying to kill me.
Oh, jeez.
Yesterday I did the one segment that's called ab intervals. I was in 5 minutes in, and my abs are cramping up on me.
See, now I used to do Taebo. And what I started was when I was in that dress, it was like I could see where my belly was. And if anybody knew me just 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it was definitely not like that.
1 meal a day might have.
Oh, yeah,
That
I've
is
been through
actually
that.
not before you.
Actually, that's actually worse for you because I only eat 1 meal a day.
Hey, Emily.
Oh, we got
Oh,
to bring it down.
Oh yeah, another thing
Oh.
that we had last week, we had this 24 theme going.
There's
Everybody was
Emily.
Yeah, she kept talking about stuff about when she was 24. Then Eileen started talking about that
Yeah.
too.
Well, see, now we don't tell her about all the nice things I said about her. We just don't do that.
See, she
Emily,
noticed she
I
came
just
on
plugged
after.
the show about 5 minutes ago, saying that I was going to be on it tomorrow.
Well, you
Here
know,
she
you noticed
is.
she came on only after David tagged her, so we know where her true heart is.
Well, of course.
So we're covering that.
Oh, I didn't
last
even
week.
notice that he did tag her.
He did.
He did.
I was
He
waiting to
did.
see how long it would be before she jumped on
I
after
was
David
thinking-
tagged her.
I was actually thinking the same thing too. I'm thinking now that he's tagged her, it won't be long before she's going to be on. And I was right. Got the 24 thing.
Okay. Does anybody notice Nick turning into a gorilla every time his head goes back?
So
All he has to do is just back up a little bit, and he will turn into that gorilla.
Yeah, he did. It's like every time I look, I see a gorilla.
So Jeremy, the picture I just sent, that was only made like 4 years ago.
Let's see. I'm looking myself too. Oh wow. Okay.
We still got the beehive going on, but sometimes we turn into a gorilla
No, I
beehive.
was about to say maybe it's this gorilla trying to come out.
You want me to show that, Eileen?
Oh, I don't care. I just let y'all know.
David has some 24 stories. I guarantee it.
David is only 23, okay? We've talked about this, Emily.
Thank you.
But yeah, tomorrow I'm going to
no,
be
but
on
will
the
you grab one
show
of my
What the Frick Live, 7
No,
p.m.
no.
Eastern,
I'll take care of that.
6 Central, 5 Mountain.
Thank you.
We're going to have a
Josh
good
says
time.
it works for him. He's 140. Healthy choices, light snacks.
I don't want to hear you, Joshua. I don't want to
Okay,
hear
so
you.
the whole thing about this weight loss thing, and in fact, I don't remember if I mentioned it last week on the show. So I got my post-op instructions for the cheekbone surgery that I'm going to be having. I am going to have to go back on a liquid diet for about a week.
Right.
So I'm kind of looking forward to that, so I can lose some of this weight that I've been gaining all this time.
Well, and that's my whole thing. It's like, it's not the way everybody talks about because I don't wear a wedding ring. Everybody's like, why not? Why not? Okay, so I got pregnant and we were engaged. We were going to get married. I got pregnant. I miscarried. Got pregnant again. And then we weren't going to get married till after the baby. But then we're like, okay, let's just go ahead and do it. So I'm never cute pregnant. I'm triple chin, 200 pounds, whatever pregnant. And so I had my ring to fit, the guy had it sized so it would fit that. And then I got down to like a size 2, had my ring resized. Well, now it is what it is now. And my ring won't fit me anymore. And I keep telling my husband, I need a new ring. And he's like, well, that's not the one we got married with. So I'm like, okay.
Adrian, I just saw what you messaged on. So yeah, good to know you know him too.
Yeah.
I don't know what his problem was, but
He's retarded.
No,
That's really his problem.
No, I was talking about the other person earlier when I was mentioning. Yeah.
The other one too.
Yeah, I don't know what his issue was, but he had to go after that. I don't know if it was just due to the fact because I was younger than he was. I don't know, but he had to go.
No, it's the fame thing.
Yeah. Oh, that. Yeah.
I know. It's called contouring. Tries to hide some of it, David.
Oh, geez, David's still on. I changed sides. Had to be on the same chat with Jill. Felt weird on the other Facebook page. You know, I actually was going to respond back to her comment. I couldn't find her. Couldn't find Emily on the chat at first. Oh, David's now leaving. Okay.
Love you, sweetheart.
Okay, have a good night, David. So next week, I don't know if I'm going to be on with you guys or not. It's going to depend on how I feel.
Yeah. So have they determined, like, when you have the surgery on your eyes, I mean, do they determine exactly how long you may have to wear the bandages or anything for? Like, just until you're
I have
able to...
no idea. I have no idea. All I know is they said that I would be able to open my eyes right away, but I don't know.
Whoa. Who's this?
Okay, so
Who the hell is this?
I have to explain that one. So Dave,
Story time.
Allison hates
Do we
me
dare want to know?
Allison's one of my good friends. We've investigated several times together, and she's from here. And we were all at the funeral home, and David was tagging people in a post, and he forgot to tag Rebecca and Allison. Rebecca and Allison. So they're like, "Oh, we're not good enough. Delete, block." So now every time David does something, we're always like, "Block."
No, obviously, Brad.
Oh, thanks
It's
for letting
not
us know,
working.
Josh.
Don't need to tell us.
Yeah,
See,
thanks for letting us know.
No, just go.
We
You
need
gotta
to get
go. You
Allison
gotta
on the
go.
show. We need to get Allison on the show and her team on the show one day. They're from North Mississippi, and they have their own podcast, or one of her team members has their own podcast. But she's really coming into her abilities very well, very quickly, very well.
Good.
That's
them on.
awesome.
Let's get them on. Schedule a date.
All right, hit me up.
That's how we keep David in check.
Yeah, get them on here.
She's also, because a lot of times when we're together, we're at public events, so you can't really use people as trigger objects at public events because they don't know what they're. So Allison is normally my guinea pig. I normally throw her as my guinea pig when we're doing public events. And she goes with it. She's more than happy to be my guinea pig.
You have to have at least one person on every team who's going to be picked.
See, I could probably say,
Who
hey,
is it
if
on
there's-
ours, Jeremy? Who's your guinea pig?
Anybody I can grab.
Ah,
Nick,
Yeah,
See, no, I
gotta
could
think one of them.
I could say this is how like great she is at being a guinea pig. I could say, if there's a spirit here, take Allison and throw her down the stairs, and she'd be like, "Take me."
no, no.
She was there that
Wait,
night, Jeremy. That I told you. I
oh yes,
Oh my
I am.
God, Emily. I have been basically a guinea pig for so many people. So Emily, it would not matter if I was on your team or not. I'd still end up being your guinea pig.
Oh,
Jeremy, Allison was with me that night when I did the dog whistle inside, and we started hearing the coyotes and realized, wait a second, there's a broken window. So it's still going outside.
So Allison almost became one of my indirect victims.
So hit me up, Allison. We'll get you on.
I'm usually the one that just goes down there anyway, just because I want to know.
Yeah.
The team has only 2 people, and the guinea pig isn't.
Give it time, Brad.
Brad, that's okay. You're always our guinea pig.
Yeah, especially during our show, because we know that you'll eventually find that line of, okay, I can't say this, otherwise I'm going to get blocked by Facebook.
I doubt it.
Yeah,
We
because
never
Oh,
found
no.
the line.
It,
We
it's
got kicked
on
off
the
the other
feedback.
night because I was playing music.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was playing music and it got me kicked off of live on TikTok.
Yeah.
oh,
And here's the thing,
what the hell?
it only took me off for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I could go live again if I wanted to.
It put him in the corner in
Oh,
timeout.
shit.
Yeah,
Damn it.
slap my wrist.
Jill,
Damn it.
you and me both, sweetie. You and me both.
Yeah.
I have to.
I don't know how with my
What did it
mouth
go?
it has never took me to
I
Facebook.
think
Jail.
because you say it more than you type it. I literally, before I send type or send or whatever, I have to reread it like 5 times and see how it. And you'll catch me rewording things to where people are like, "Why are you wording it that way?" I'm like, "Because I don't want to go back to Facebook jail. Because it's probably gonna be like 3 months next time, 4 months."
Yeah.
I remember you talking about that. Okay, Nick's back. What happened,
Oh
Nick?
my gosh, yes.
Damn, I don't know what happened. The damn computer froze.
The gorilla came out.
Wanted to stop me with his glue. Hey,
David.
David Hope, what's up?
Hello.
Oh yeah, got
Nick,
blocked. For...
didn't something happen to you last? On
No, he had to get off because he was laughing so hard. He had to go off screen.
well, no, he
I
did
was
something.
muted.
He did something and it kicked him off.
Oh, that was I
Was it
think
last week or the week before that?
it was last week, and I think it was something I was saying, and I actually intentionally left. I think it was like giving the address or something like, oh yeah, it's 70, and then I went off and I came right back on. That was intentional.
No. There was another time where you had actually hit the close button by mistake.
Oh yeah, that was. Oh man, that had to have been 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, the one from last week was intentional, but there was another time that wasn't.
Ooh, yeah, I'm tired.
I can't remember. I can't remember what the problem was, but you know what? I had a similar problem like that earlier this afternoon because I was on the phone with Lois, video chat on Facebook through the Facebook call. And see, here's the thing. I got these headphones here, and they're cordless headphones.
We can't see. All we can see is the gorilla.
Okay, hang on one second.
You have got to do something about your background because you got King Kong on the deck of the Enterprise, and you're going at warp 7.
There we go. Now it should work. All right. So what I was trying to show with these are the headphones I've been using nowadays, like just cordless ones. And as you can see, this one here has a button on it which allows you to play and pause like your music. It even has a little bit of a volume sensor, volume on it. And so I was what? What are you laughing for?
Brad.
Oh wait, can we do something about Eileen's background? She is hidden more. No,
She's only used the background one time, and I think that was last week, wasn't it? Or
she just used it earlier. You didn't see? She freaked
I used
out.
the roaches a few minutes ago.
Yeah, the roaches. So, anyways, I'm on the phone with Lois, and I actually pressed the button here on these headphones, and I actually hang up the call on Lois. I'm like, oh shit! Because I'm thinking, what the hell happened?
I can't do them. Like, I've got some that you tap, and I can't do them because they'll start falling out on a tap. I was like, crap.
Josh. That's the first time I heard something like that before, Josh.
That's why I'm hoping sometime in the future to get me some new hearing aids, because I can with the new ones that I want to get, I can be able to Bluetooth them to my phone. And if somebody calls me, I can press a button on the hearing aid and they'll talk to me right through that.
Yep.
Thank you. You just remind me I had to order my son some earbuds. Sorry. I had to order them.
Who, me or Jeremy?
You
'Cause
just-
it's a-
No, y'all just both remind me because he's been asking for earbuds, and I'm like, I keep buying them like once every 2 months.
Because he
I
keeps
keep
breaking
washing
them.
them. No, I keep washing them. He leaves them in his pants.
They're only supposed to work if they say that only works if they say it's waterproof.
Yeah.
You don't just
I
put
need
them in.
to go get some that can go through the washing machine and dryer without breaking.
What the hell? Adrian, you can tell your Alexa to what?
See, Joshua,
Wow.
not TMI.
Wow.
Brad. I have real people I talk to in life. I don't spend my whole time talking to Alexa.
Did you just set it wrong?
I don't think so.
So here's what she's trying to say, Brad.
Alexa, what's
She
the weather
has
in Reed,
real
Colorado?
people that can fart in her presence, and she doesn't need Alexa to do that for them.
Clear skies. Tonight, you can look for clouds with a low of 20 degrees.
Alexa,
By the
stop.
way,
See, now, I've got mine at my bedside, and when it starts going off, I know the exact button to hit. I don't even have to say anything. I just roll over because it's my alarm clock too. I just roll over and just hit it.
I don't even have an Alexa.
I've got one now. I used to have one in every room, but my rooms are so open, and so basically it got to be they've gotten extremely sensitive all of a sudden. You can be in my kitchen and the one in my bedroom goes off.
I have had some people messaging me about their Alexa just going off randomly, and they're wondering if something is tampering with them. I'm like, no,
See, my husband will say,
on it. They're going to go haywire sometimes.
my husband will say, set a timer in the kitchen, and next thing you know, mine in my bedroom will start talking. I'm like, it'll hear it. I mean, it is my bed. The kitchen is like on the other side of this wall behind me.
Yeah.
Oh.
And but my bedroom's on the way other end of the house. I'm like, dude, I think she's got more sensitive.
Try saying, Alexa, tell me a scary story. You might regret it. Can you imagine if it was one of my stories that Alexa said that too? If it was one of my recordings?
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Oh, that's Adrian.
Yeah.
I was thinking that her Alexa had kicked.
I thought she was having an argument with Alexa.
I've never understood the appeal of having an Alexa, and there's another one by a different name too, isn't there?
Google, but I think that one kind of went out.
Yeah.
Well, see, now I'll go. I mean, the one thing I like is I don't have to use my phone, and I can go, Alexa, what's the weather today? Or Alexa, tell me about my day. It'll go through and tell me if I have anything planned that day, if what the weather's like, what's my traffic commute is like, basically everything. And then I use it for timers. I used to have an Alexa microwave. And
microwave.
Yes, and Rebecca Martin actually made fun of me because we were at the funeral home, and I had the microwave for a hot minute. So I went over to it and I closed the microwave. I go, Alexa, da-da. And she's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Oh yeah, it's not Alexa microwave." So I went up to the microwave and I was like, "Wait, it wasn't the push button." I was like, "Wait, how do you use a microwave?" Because I had used it so long that you could put the stuff in it, shut it, and then turn around and say, "Alexa, set the microwave for 2 minutes." But you could also tell it, set it for 2 minutes, stop, then set it for another 2 minutes. So the first 2 minutes, it would go, then it would stop. So you could go there and stir your food, put it back in, shut the door, and it automatically started back up for 4 minutes.
You know what? I just realized something. So wait, you were just saying about that's how your Alexa worked, Eileen?
Well, no,
or...
I had a microwave that was built in with the Alexa in the
Jill,
microwave. I think they've got ovens now that do it too.
What the heck is that?
What the hell is? Whoa! What?
Okay,
I don't even know anything about that.
So there was a post yesterday by Dave Schrader, and it was about that. And I'm looking at it. I thought, nah, this can't be real. So so I look at the video, and it actually shows a demonstration of these things. And what it is that I can have one, and I'll kiss it. And what it does is that it records like your temperatures and the textures and all of that. And then it sends those readings to the person you send it to, and then that person kisses that and gives them the same reading that I gave mine, as if I was kissing that person.
What?
Allison, I'll
My
send you a kiss.
God.
I'm gonna kiss Allison. I'm gonna send her a kiss.
How about you just go to the person? No.
That is just like why?
Yeah, the thing that they're doing with all of this artificial technology, it's getting scary out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe it's COVID kissing.
Well, and okay, yes, I'm listening to Josh say, well, they can hear you. Yes, they can hear you, but just as long as you've got this, then they can chime in. So why am I gonna make the way I look at? Because my husband and I fought over Alexa in the house for the longest time, but I'm like,
They
but
are really.
why am I gonna
Yeah.
give up my inconvenience? Because I mean, it is what it is. As long as this is next to me.
All right, what did you send, Joe?
Yeah, you talk about something and it's going to pop up on your Facebook feed.
Mhm.
Oh my God! No, Jill just sent me something on that. Oh my God, it's real!
Yeah.
Damn it! Oh, that is just like.
It's sad. It's sad because okay, now you have people who are saying, life is so much better if I'm single and all of that. Yes and no. You can argue yes and no on that one. But now they're making things for people to almost as an encouragement to not try to get into a relationship.
Okay, so
That's
let's
what it
think about
seems to
this.
me.
How many years ago? Hi, Linda. How many years ago did that come out? Where
This
could hook
particular thing, I think, just came out, but I'm not 100%.
no.
I hope you're not planning on showing that out here. No, we don't want to show that. Here.
No, but think about this. How long ago did that computer thing come out where you can plug in your toy to the USB?
Oh.
They could plug theirs in. And yeah.
And then I just heard vibration go.
I just heard a vibration.
That was me.
We know
Linda.
Mary's got
Yeah.
plugged in.
No, that's my phone here.
Sure, let's go with that.
Okay, maybe they have it on the phones now. I don't know.
It's like friendship
Well,
labs.
it's because Linda was saying hi to me. So when she tagged me, it sent a notification to my phone.
We'll
Sure.
go with Linda. We'll go with
Sure.
that.
Now we know who's got the other end.
Now we know.
But no, Adrian, what you're talking about, I hadn't heard about that one.
Give those back.
That was like 20 years ago.
Hey.
I have not heard of that one either.
Yeah, look it up.
See, Emily,
Whatever, Jerry.
I'm like, don't even get me started.
You can plug it in, they plug it in, and
Big,
the movements,
big,
whatever
big.
they do goes to yours. Yeah, yeah.
see now, I mean, I agree. Technology's gone too far. Because- and I'm
Linda,
bad
that
about
sounded so
Yes,
wrong.
Linda, you are. Stop tagging me.
I'm bad about it. Because how many times are you talking to someone and you're like, you hear them, but you're doing this. So many more eyesights are going bad. So many, I mean, just so much more stuff. I read something, maybe it was on TikTok or something, where someone
Ladies
said,
and gentlemen, we have officially lost Nick for the night.
so
I
I
can't
wanna
help
know-
with the comments.
I saw something on Facebook the other day, and it was talking about someone said something about drinking from water hose. Were you
What?
too poor for a cup or indoor plumbing or whatever? And we're like, hold on, no, water hose water. As long as you weren't getting the first couple of seconds of it, water hose water was actually like the thing. I mean, you didn't go inside and get a drink. You drank from the water, but you could never drink from the first couple of seconds. You had to let the water go for a while. If not, you burn the heck out of yourself. And I mean, I miss those days.
I watched or saw a video today of a guy. It was on the news. He had those like neti pots and different things, those sinus clean out things.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
he used tap water along with the saline instead of the other water, and he got a brain eating amoeba and killed him.
Ooh.
Oh wow!
From tap water.
Now, on actually a paranormal subject, did y'all see Seth Suits? Did y'all see his post last night, this morning?
No.
No, I didn't see it.
And I haven't seen anything else about it, and I need to go research. But something about a UFO over Brandon last night. Yeah, I don't know what made me just think of that. My brain goes boom, 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 boom. It's like a ping pong. It jumps.
ADHD.
Yep.
Don't drink the water anymore from the Ohio River, Mississippi, or his dioxins.
Yeah,
Girl,
and that's what they're
making
telling us.
Mississippi River.
They're telling us about our fish here. You can catch them, but do not eat them.
Really?
Even in Colorado, which comes down from the mountains. That water comes from the mountains, the melting. Can't eat them. Mercury is bad.
But I mean, that's what we did. And like Emily, now I didn't get locked out of the house. I do know people who've been locked out of the house.
I did too. I got
my
locked
mom
out.
was a single mom, so she didn't lock us out too much. But I mean, you did not want to go inside because now we did get yelled at, especially with the heat, about letting the cold air out.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you didn't want to go inside because you knew once you were inside, you were going to get stuck inside. We wanted to just continue outside.
Yep. I know when we were told to go outside or told we could go outside, then you stayed out there because if you came back in, you were staying in.
Yeah. And my husband and I were talking about something the other day because we're like, what happened between our generation and our children's generation to make them so different? You would think, but he made a good point. We're the first set of latchkey kids.
Yes.
And so it was like almost like we wanted to better our children, but in the same way, we kind of sheltered them a little too much.
Yep.
Because
I agree. Yeah.
I mean,
well, and then leaving politics completely out of it. I think everybody will get the hint just fine. But what is this? I'm owed something because I was born, or you will give me this because I exist. I don't fucking think so. You will earn everything.
Yes. Todd, Michael and I were talking about Waverly because I know he's looking forward to seeing you again. So just FYI, we were talking about it.
We were talking about you, Todd.
Yeah.
Just a couple hours ago.
I just watched the video that Suits posted.
Oh, did he find a video? There wasn't a video when I saw, but
I didn't know that he
What's
posted
going
a
on with
video.
him?
Yeah. It was a TikTok video that he posted. Somebody saw the same thing that he did, and I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Play the video because, like I said, I hadn't seen the video, and he said his dogs reacted to it and all that. And I'm in Brandon, but now there's two different parts of Brandon. I'm in what they call the real Brandon, the 042, and he's in the new Brandon that wants to be like us, the 047.
Suits lives there.
Yeah.
See if I can do this.
Who the hell is this?
Okay, so I'm trying to see. Now there's those two. Is it two? planets right now side by side that you can see?
Yeah.
Well, that's what somebody was asking because
No, there was just 2 more down there, and then
yeah, there's 2 more
I
down there,
saw
but
it
you
too,
can
yeah.
see you can see a structure there.
You know what this really reminds me of? Just seeing the lights in the sky, like in the night sky. I mean, at least for me, this actually kind of reminds me a little bit of the Phoenix lights.
Yeah, now the one down there in the bottom, you can see some sort of a structure, but this person is
Yeah.
focusing up towards the top.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that is about the distance that most people are saying that Jupiter and Venus were from.
Well, now I will say, now it's hard to
No, it's
tell
Jupiter
on
and Saturn.
camera. It's hard to tell on camera, but when I walk outside, they are a little further apart. But it is hard to tell on camera. And I was trying to figure out, because like I said, I mean, regardless what part of Brandon it would be in, I should still be able to walk out of my house and see it. So I wish I'd know what time it was, because of course, I was probably asleep or watching reality TV. But okay.
no, you missed
But no, I was wondering, but I do think they're a little bit more angled than that was. And now for anyone who's not from here, we do have an airport. So I want to know, I wish I knew what time that was, the video, what time everybody saw it, because we do have an airport here it's in Pearl, which is right next to Brandon, but it's considered Jackson. But our airport shuts down at 10 o'clock. Like, and I mean, unless there just happens to be a red eye coming in because something's running late because of weather, our airport is shut down at 10 o'clock. I used to live literally next to it, and after 10, you very seldom heard anything. But I did
here as the planes come and go, right?
Hey, Jan.
Right, but also,
Be
like
right
I
back.
said, I've been, I've seen stuff outside when we lived in Pearl, which we were a street over from the airport, and it was like at 11 something, 12 o'clock at night, and 2 things were just hovering over the house, which I couldn't see what it was, and then they just took off. But everybody's like, well, maybe they were taxing. I'm like, I've lived at the airport pretty much my whole life. I just, for that house, we lived there 12 years, but I grew up in Pearl. And so I knew what it was like to have airplanes and all this. And I was like, no, that wasn't whatever it was wasn't taxing. So it was really kind of weird, but yeah, I'd have to go back and look at that video and see if I can tell, because at least around here, they look more like this.
You go look.
And they're a little bit further apart.
Josh, the lights that were towards the bottom of the screen, that's what it looked like. It was something, but the one up in the top that they were trying to focus on and being real shaky for that matter, that's what I'm thinking, that probably might have been Venus and Jupiter, but I don't know. I just wish that when people are taking videos, that they try to be more still with the cameras.
Well, so you gotta remember, some people taking videos have no clue what they're taking videos of.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, and they're not us. They're not out looking for something. Now, I don't know who took that video, if he just found it from someone else in Brandon. But I meant to keep looking at my Facebook post and see, because again, being from here, I should see a whole lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
But again, how many people are, depending on the time, how many people are outside? Like the Crossgates neighborhood I live in is one of the largest neighborhoods in the 042. And you drive through the neighborhood after 9 and everybody, it's like shut down. Here, I mean, if I walked outside to do this right now, I've only got like 8 houses on my street, but the sound's going to echo because it's so quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yes, like Josh said, they get nervous too.
Could be.
Does anybody know, is there any, like, if you do see a craft, I don't know, has anybody experienced like back-to-back days? Has anybody, or is it really just like I said, I'm not the UFO person. My husband is.
Does he have connections with Muflon?
I don't know. My husband probably, I don't know. He does a lot. But I mean, now do I believe in them? Yes. But do I go looking for them? No, because I focus all my energy on ghosts and entities. So,
And that's one of those things. I have connections with Muflon and all that, but
and we do have a military
and
base.
my
We do
and
have a
that's
military base right next to the airport. But
right.
again, been living here so much.
Thank you.
I mean, you kind of know.
Right. We've seen a lot of things here, but I always dismiss them just because Denver Airport is, not far, and I'm sure we have military bases around here somewhere.
You do actually.
Yeah, I'm
It's
sure.
like right into the mountain.
Yeah. So I don't pay a lot of attention to that. But has anybody been watching those paranormal caught on camera?
Yep.
I listen. I don't watch.
Well,
I pay it no attention.
Yeah, I've watched it a number of times.
Well, and that's one thing I have to say as a disclaimer is they'll put on anything.
Yeah.
And I've actually thought about turning in something really stupid to see if they'll just
I
go
saw
with it.
Adrian as a ghost.
Yeah. Just because I've never heard them say, I don't think that's what you're saying it is.
Nick turned into a gorilla.
Fort Collins, yes. Emily, that's about an hour from us. Yeah.
Well, I got to point that out too. I mean, well, I do like watching the show. There's just a lot of times where some of the videos that they review are not exactly as they seem to be. And you know what? They've even said, if you go on, matter of fact, it even has on the IMDb page about the show, is that there are no skeptics. There's no antagonists in the show.
No, there's not.
Everybody just saying,
Agrees.
oh, yeah, it's definitely paranormal.
Yeah.
And there's no
And-
research.
Right. And I watched one last night. I think it was recorded from a few days ago because I'm like way behind on any of that. But it was actually kind of cool. But I wish I was on there to just kind of give, okay, so.
I wish the same thing.
Yeah, there was like this thing, and it really was intriguing because it looked like a human face. But
I know this video.
it had glowing eyes, and it was going behind a bush and just kind of back and forth like this.
Yep.
Okay, we've all watched ourselves or somebody else in IR cameras. Our eyes glow white. It happens. Those were IR cameras.
Yeah.
So
But
I want to say
I'll
it's
tell you,
human.
I have had one of the investigators we've talked about say, "Oh, I'm going to post this. I'm going to let everyone else make their own decision." No,
Yeah.
you've got to tell what's going. I mean, first of all, people send videos to all of us, I'm sure, or
Yes.
pictures to all of us, and you're like, "Okay, yes, I'll look at them, but it's hard for me to tell you anything because I was not there."
Emily, was that abusive motherfucker you had?
Wow.
No, no, she'll know what I'm talking about.
No, I know. Yeah, no, I know. I'm just reading what she wrote.
No, but this was like, I'm like, come on, let's have another side to this so we can at least debate it or something. Now, yes, when people send me videos, I'm like, you know what? Without knowing the circumstances, without being there, without knowing.
Humidity matters. Every little detail matters.
Everything around you, having all the cameras on all the people that are there, I couldn't tell you.
Well, and it's like, okay, you're talking about discussions, debates, and it's all fun to debate it.
Here we go.
Oh, okay. Maybe that wasn't who I was thinking
Kanye
of.
vibes. What?
Kanye. Yeah.
But but now what gets me is what triggers me is when you're asking these questions. Okay, what time of day was it? Because I'm going to go back and look. What was the humidity level? What was the temperature? What was
Right.
this? What was that?
Right.
Because I mean, they're not going to know if it's just someone taking a picture.
Right.
But if like an investigator sends me something, you're like, okay, what time of day? And then you start asking these questions, then they start getting defensive.
Right.
I'm
Right.
like, wait a second. You should know there's a reason you're asking these questions.
Right.
It's not to debunk what's going on, like off the bat.
Right.
It's to try to your best, and then you still can't.
Right.
But try your best to put yourself in that situation and go, okay, well, I can't figure out what else it was. So unless it's 100% faked or
You're
there was some
trying
circumstances
to
I'm
paint
not
a
thinking
picture.
about.
Well, you know, and you make a good point there, because I will say, for example, I mean, yes, and this actually goes back with Paranormal Con on camera. I mean, there are a few moments where some of the guys on the show, they literally say, I have no idea what this could be. I mean, that is
Right.
a better legitimate answer than just saying
Yeah.
it's definitely paranormal, because like I said, some videos, and ironically enough, another show to bring up alongside with it, also on the Travel Channel, some of those same videos were also shown on the Osbournes Want to Believe, and they didn't always believe in all the videos, except when Ozzy would just think of bull lightning.
Right, but then when the Ghost Brothers talked about it,
Yep, Ghost Brothers.
You know, they actually said, you know, but this one doesn't. They're like, oh yeah, well, they'll get each one on. Oh well, this looks like such and such, and I'm not sure how that happened. Well, that looks like this could be.
Well,
how do you know this?
Now, if you've been on that location, like David's got a video
Hey, Anita.
that was on, hey, sweetie, that was on one of the Ghost Brothers where they're just sitting with Ozzy's son.
Anything and everything.
Where they're just sitting around. And so anyway, they're at the McNutt house and the door just opens. So I even asked David when I saw I was like, okay, so it was anyone not in the room with you? No. Okay, I know David well enough. He's not putting something on the door. I mean, you got to know who you're investigating with.
Exactly.
But then I was like, I mean, even him, I was like, he goes, Eileen, I checked that door. It was latched. And I know that's what David does.
Right.
When he's investigating, he does like I do. You shut a door and you shake it to make sure it's latched. But that specific door is known for opening and shutting. So when I watch the video or when I watch the television show, then yeah, I mean, I 100% believe the video because I know who's there. And I think when I watch the shows, if Adrian, Nick, Jeremy was on the show, I'm going to go watch that show before someone I don't know, because I know that how that person investigates. And I know to trust their evidence a lot more, or not trust their evidence a lot more.
Actually, you know, I do have one piece of video evidence that I guess I could send in because I still can't even explain it.
Jeremy, I just thought of two. That video that we captured, Crown Point Jail with the shadow, the black mask that I got. I found the footage. I found the footage, by the way. Finally found it.
Well, okay, Joshua, I'm going to say this. I'm usually the first one to bash somebody like that. But in this case, I'm going to say this. He has crawled out of a stigma. I mean, look at his sister. Look at his mom. Look at his dad. Of course, he's had his own bullshit. Look at all of us. We got into this paranormal field somehow.
And that's why
Could it have been with friends we had? Yes. Could it have just been a curiosity and we just found somebody that, you know, could teach us something? Yes. And I think that's where he got that. I'm not going to bash him on that because he could do anything in this world right now because of his name.
Now, if you would have said, Josh, what makes him a famous investigator?
Right.
Totally different subject.
Yeah.
Right.
Or someone on television, totally different subject.
Right.
But anyone can be an investigator as long as they put the effort into it.
I've never seen him act a fool. I mean, yes, I've seen him run. Yes, I've seen him be scared when he first got into it, and that is completely normal, and he put it all out there. He didn't hide any of that.
Now, I will say when they were at and I cannot say the name, but it's the house in Louisiana, in New Orleans, that no one can get into, and him and Katrina went.
Mhm.
Well, I was
Myrtle's
doing
Plantation.
no, it wasn't Myrtle's. It was the lady that killed all these people and buried them in her house.
Oh gosh.
Oh, not the Lori Mansion, right?
Yes.
Oh, it is.
So
Okay.
they were able to go in there. And so the now I've only been, because it's a private residency, I've only been on the outside of it. I don't really do ghost tours because
Right.
you know, when
I
you
don't
do it inside the location, it's boring as heck sitting outside having someone tell you the stories.
Yep.
But I do go on them every now and then. I mean, I went on this one because my company paid for it and they all wanted me to be there. And it did show me some different locations that I could try to check on. Well, anyways, we got to that location and everybody's like, look, there's a glowing light. There's a glowing light. And I sat there, kept my mouth shut because I don't know. I'm not in the house.
Right.
But they're like, everybody's freaking out of the glowing light. My boss looks at me and says, Elaine, what do you think it is? I said, do you want me to be honest with you, which could ruin your experience? Because they're not investigators.
Right.
Or do you want me? I said, I'm not going to lie to you. So make sure you want me
the answer.
My opinion if you're going to ask. And she goes, no, I want to know. I said, well, there's a street light behind us.
Right.
I don't know what kind of lighting is up on that ceiling because that street light be shining through the windows, hitting that light and refracting back.
Right.
I said, could I be 100% wrong? Yes. But standing out here, there's an explanation. So I cannot call it paranormal.
Right.
Now, it was weird. We started rounding a corner and the lady says, if something weird happens, it's going to happen right here. And so we rounded the corner and she's an older lady, but she was one of my best work friends. And so she was in the back of the group. I was in the front. Next thing I know, I hear people yell and I see her on the ground. So I run back there because like I said, she's my best work friend. I run back there. We rounded the corner. She just fell. She missed the fire hydrant by inches and her face hit the concrete of the sidewalk. She hit so hard. You know how it takes a black eye a little while to form?
Yeah.
She came up off the ground with her eye black. It was that quick that it had turned black. So she hit that hard. All she was doing was walking. So I will say that was kind of a little odd. Now, because she had tripped, because it had been broken sidewalk, it was dark. I didn't go back and look. I was more worried about her. But to hit, no matter what, that hard that you come up with a black eye.
Yeah.
I mean, she broke her glasses and all. She ended up leaving the conference because of that. And
you have something broken?
No glass was. I mean, it broke her glasses, but didn't shatter them.
Yikes!
Not like her orbital socket or her nose.
It was just like someone had punched her. It was. I mean, it was a perfect black eye. And like I said, I mean, for it to be a perfect black, it was so weird because she didn't hit the fire hydrant, but she came inches from hitting the fire hydrant. But she didn't hit it. So I did find that kind of strange, especially right after the lady said, if something weird is going to happen, it's going to happen right here. So do I think that place is haunted? Yes. But I was so upset because they don't let anybody in there, but they let a television show in there.
Yeah,
right.
Really.
And another question to ask her would be, is she on blood thinners? Now, if I did that, it would happen to me immediately.
And I'm sure she probably, and that's a good thought. I didn't think about that. She could have been, like I said, she's retired now. She was already in her 60s. She probably was. And she retired not long after that. She, her land, if you ever go to the Leonard Skinner monument down here in Mississippi where the plane crashed, that's on her land.
Okay.
The plane crashed on her husband's. It was always been the husband's family. The plane crashed on their land. He was the first one. If you watch any of the Leonard Skinner documentaries about the plane crash, her husband's going to be in the documentary because he was the first one seen.
I was watching today. I believe it's. I don't want to misspeak. I want to say it's Mississippi, but I'm not 100% sure. The Hell House. Not the Haunted Hill House. It's Hell House.
Right.
It's
And
not ringing a bell, but I mean, I don't pay attention to a lot in Mississippi. As stupid as that sounds.
Well, this was actually it was just documentary I ran across on it was Amazon Prime videos. And of course I'm working 10 hours right now, so I'm just living through stuff. And it was actually a very good documentary. It was very well done. I didn't know any of the people on it.
Oh, wait. I know what's up.
Okay.
I know.
Right.
Okay, what Brad just brought up, I saw that too, actually. Okay, I have seen that one. Yes.
Okay, so it's the one where it's been a family type thing, and they ended up finding a jar up underneath it with the guy's name on it that passed away in the fire.
It occurred back in the 70s.
Yeah. Yes.
Well,
I would love to get into that house just because the claims never stopped. I mean, it's constant. It doesn't matter if you're there, if you're not there, you can leave cameras, you can do whatever. But come to find out, it was witchcraft.
Yep.
Is what they're saying. And they found supposedly, now we all know how Hollywood works, but they supposedly found a jar underneath. Now, I'm a little leery of that part of it because he opened that jar and you could hear the mud when he opened it, like the grit, and it had a string around it. And he says, I'm not sure if this is cloth or if it's, and he stopped. Well, okay, what witch is going to write on cloth to start with? She did cut his hair, and they did talk about that before they found it.
Well, that's all she had to write on at that moment.
Maybe. But she lived across the street, and the cops said, you know what? I believe this because they had gotten called. Where is this banging coming from in the house? Somebody's walking around the house. Somebody's here. And the cops were like, they finally got mad. They're like, no, nobody's here. Stop. And so, the investigators go in. That family passed away. There was spontaneous fires happen, all kinds of things. They were all investigated, no reason for them. And the family finally all moved out, but the younger generation was old now. And they had let them in the house. And they caught so much evidence, if it's all legit. They caught so much evidence, and nobody was even there half the time. I would love to go there. And they talked about the police seeing the witch across the street. They said, that's her. She did this because she wanted to buy the house, and my dad wouldn't sell it. And cops even heard that. Yes. But it was so strange because one was underneath, one investigator was in the crawl space, one was in the bathroom, and he had the K2 meter, and he's like, right here on the ground, it's going all the way. So he gets the other investigators up underneath there, and they're like, do you see wiring? Do you see anything? And he's like, no, there is a jar here. And he's like, bring it up. Brought it up, they opened it, and it had that in it, and it had the guy's name on it. And they kept talking about this witch had 3 X's above her garage. Not upside down crosses, not any of that. They were X's. And she put X's on his name on this piece of paper or whatever it was. And there was water in it. And he was dumping it out. So if it was paper, it would have been ruined. You would not have seen the ink.
And that might be why she wrote it on cloth.
But if she did, however long, it was in the 70s. I don't remember when this film came out. I want to say 2001, but I'm not 100%. And it said, this water had been in there this whole time. Why wouldn't it fade? Now, I don't understand that. But
even a permanent marker would fade eventually.
Right. And this was brand new, like it was just done.
Gotcha.
And I was like, okay, but they did say before this happened that he cut the boy's hair, or she cut the boy's hair.
Yeah,
she lured him over.
Yeah, she did. She lured him over.
Yeah, cut part of his hair. He has very little memory of what happened while he was there at her house, but remembers all the symbols and the candles lit. And so, yes, witchcraft is real. Absolutely. How real are curses? I don't know. Probably as real as what you want to believe.
Now, I will go with what Josh said, because Joshua said, great question when you mentioned the blood thinners.
Okay.
She hit his hair too after cutting it.
Yeah.
I did not hear that part. I must have been on a
I
call.
saw that. I
Ugh.
saw that. Yep.
But I will
Mm.
say, Adrian, you bringing up the blood thinners is exactly what I was talking about earlier. You bring up something I never thought of, because we all have different aspects of our lives that make us
Right.
think certain things.
Right.
And, it's okay for someone to bring up something that goes, okay, because you know what? We're here to make sure to see if it is paranormal, not to just document paranormal.
Right. And that's why when I have something, I come to the group. I'll go to Jeremy, Nick, everybody go, okay, what are you seeing here? But when you do that, you have to have an open mind of, okay, I may not be thinking the same way you are, and you can't, oh, nope, my way is right. So you can't,
Yeah.
you
I mean,
can't
because I would rather it not
I
be
got
something
I wanna see
paranormal.
this.
I would rather it not be something paranormal that got her and she just tripped, because then we
Right.
just laugh. So who's to say it wouldn't have followed her home or whatever? So
Right.
and so it does bother me when families are scared, but they don't want to hear that it's not paranormal.
Yeah.
That does bother me a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
they want it to be paranormal, but you're scared of it. Now it's different if we're like, ooh, like as an investigator, I want this to be paranormal. I want to have this great evidence. Da 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 da. But if you're sitting there saying, I'm scared for the safety of my child, I'm scared for this, and then I'm like, okay, well, I think what's going on, you've got all this breaker box right here, right next to the child's room. Da da da.
Right.
No, that's not it. No,
Yeah.
that's not
I've had
it.
residents where they weren't scared and they wanted it to be paranormal.
Right.
And most of them I've done here, which Jeremy knows.
Yep.
Most of them that I've done here, they're drug related. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They're either drug related, psychosis related, because they're not on their meds, and they have transferred these thoughts to their child. Not thoughts. They've said it to their children. So now their children are scared. The last one I had he was like 6 or 7.
And children have the biggest imaginations.
Right.
So they can take something this small and make it this big.
Yeah. And his daddy had passed away. So
tell me they weren't trying to tell him it was his daddy if it wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, and there is, okay. So there is I do get if the child is missing their parent, he's watching over you, he's here with you all the time.
No. Nope.
Like I said, you kind of sometimes you have to say stuff to make them feel better.
Yep.
But there's a line you don't cross.
Well, this was come to find out, this person, and it's actually one of the first ones that I took Zach and his dad. His dad is so much into this, which back then he actually went to college for a paranormal class, is what they called it. But it was meditation, and it was, the psychic part of it, which he never did pursue, but he loves it. And so as long as he's living, he'll go with us. That's perfectly fine. Jeremy, we took him with us where we went, and he's just so fun.
Like a kid in a candy store.
He really is.
I was sitting next to him in the band, and he was all giddy like this. He was ready. Giddy up. Let's go.
It's like, okay, the first team I was on took me to a location. The house had been moved from Natchez, which is it used to be the capital of Mississippi. Mm-hmm. And when everything started happening, they moved the house to Louisiana, right there across the Mississippi River. And so we're like, they're talking about all this haunting stuff and all that. So we get our equipment, we go. I didn't know anything about vetting families back then, or anything. And of course, I thought that my lead would have done all that. So I get to the location. We're walking through with the EMF, all that.
Oh, damn.
And they're talking about in the master bathroom how no more background, Nick.
No, hang on, the light accidentally went out.
So they're
I heard a bark.
I think it was Nick barking. He's no longer grilling.
No.
And so they're talking about in the master bathroom.
Nick's face now.
The dog is sitting there and will stare at the wall and bark at the wall. Mm-hmm. So we go in there and we're doing a swoop. And we go in the master bedroom. a master bathroom, and the K2 went crazy. So I pulled the millimeter out. It was like extremely high numbers. And I was like, okay, either something's really, really here or something's off. So I go into the living room. Didn't realize the way the house was built that it went all the way, the master bathroom went all the way into the kitchen. So I went in the living room. I was like, okay, there's nothing here. But when I went in the kitchen and went into the laundry room, because they added on to this, it's an old antebellum home, but they added on a little bit. And of course, you had to update it to be with the time. So the breaker box, there was like 3 or 4 breaker boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And so I put it up to it. Of course, it skyrocketed. Realized that was behind the master bathroom wall. So I was like, oh, well, this. Oh, no. It's, it's a ghost. It's a ghost. I'm like, okay, no. Because once you knew what it was, you could hear the buzzing of all the electrical. And so then, of course, I'll go upstairs, do all that. Well, my partner at the time was across the street talking to the guy. I'm talking to the wife and kids. And he comes back and tells me, he goes, all right, well, I told him I don't think it's haunted. I said, well, they're really wanting to. And so I start talking to him a little bit more. She goes, oh, well, this happened such and such. This happened so much such. Well, come to find out, which again should have been vetted before we got there, that she wanted to sell the house, but all their savings had gone into the house. And so she wanted to sell the house. And the husband said, that's fine. You don't want to live here. I'll divorce you and you go.
Oh.
Now, evidently, this was a
wow.
little bit known before we got there. I just didn't know. So when I found this out, I was like, hey, sweetheart, when I got there, I realized when I found this out, I was like, okay, how do I play this? Because at this point, there's a marriage on the line here.
Yeah.
And there's children involved in this marriage. So
that's right back out. Nope.
Well, and I again, it was my very first private. So what I ended up saying was, I said, wait, you said that this happened in your childhood home, your parents see things. I said, maybe the ghost isn't in the house or the spirit's not in the house. Maybe it's with you. And so I played that angle because, again, I was so scared that if I said something, it was, now they ended up divorcing anyways, but because she wouldn't get off of it.
Yeah.
And so I just played it as maybe if there is a spirit, it's not making its presence known to us right now, but I believe it would be with you if you're seeing it all these locations, not just here, but I mean, I was so upset to be put in that situation.
Yeah, and that's not right. Like with mine, I had to flat out, I had to be honest. I mean, there was no other two ways about it. I gave the little boy one of my crystals and I said, this will protect you. Now you just hold it at night and nothing will happen. Well, his nightmares quit. It was placebo effect. That's all that was.
Mind over matter.
And I told him, I said, now, if you have a bad dream and you see something or hear something, this crystal is going to take it away. So in the morning, you just rinse it underwater. It was an onyx is all it was. I said, just rinse it underwater, throw it away and put it back down. It's all clean. He goes, okay. He's 7 years old. While we're there investigating, he's sleeping. Bless his heart. We got cameras set up all over the place. Well, she thought this was some kind of a show, apparently. She was going to be on TV because she had her friends come over. And I'm like, no. I said, okay, she can stay. If she can sit down, be quiet. Close her mouth. No, they ended up in a fight before this was over. I mean, they were fighting. She was drunk when she came over. The other girl's probably already drunk. And I'm like, okay, you know what? This is where your shit's coming from. You guys are manifesting this bullshit. So we're out. The little boy has his crystal. We're good. And I never went back there because I know she is bipolar and not taking her meds. I knew that from the intake. But then her friend coming over, oh no, they start talking about crazy stuff like this dark thing follows me. Her friend, this dark thing follows me and it's going to kill me. And I'm like, that's a whole nother story and we got to go.
I don't know if Lindy's still on here. Lindy was the one that I was one of the ones I was with when I told y'all I have never left a private investigation. Never.
Anita.
Wow, Anita.
Oh, you know what? You should have taken the money. Shit, she
Should
wouldn't be
have.
that dumb.
I used to spray the kids' rooms with monster meat. You sure it was not Gooby Gun or Ghoulby Gone?
No, there's
Or
no. I
Glooby
will
Gone.
tell you.
There is Monster Be Gone.
I will tell you. Yes, I actually have a friend who is a high priestess. That's witchcraft. Catholic Church. She is a priest in the Catholic Church. Very high up there, and she makes this stuff called Demaway. Demon go away is what it is. It's called Demaway.
Go away.
Yes, and I actually met her on the Rev show, and she gave me a recipe for this stuff, and I give it to the kids.
Well, in this instance, like kind of like what you were saying, I mean, we literally were scared of for our lives because of the
Yes.
the living. I'm sure I've said it, but
Joshua.
by Joshua,
Oh, Josh is
and
leaving.
even the
Oh,
spirit,
still our Josh.
even the spirit told us to be leery of. I mean, that we were not safe,
Right.
because of the living. I called Chrissy and Beth. I'm like, I need y'all to read. So they're like reading the house. I was like, no, I need you to tune out the house, and read the people.
Right.
And they're like, they even said, well, is there whatever one of the names was? Come to find out the guy's name was that. They're like,
I had Chrissy go through it with me. This one I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I took her in there with me as it started, and there was something there, but it's not what they thought, and it's not evil. It was not. It was an old lady that used to live there, which I caught on to immediately. But I thought there's surely more than this. There's got to be more than this. And Chrissy was like, no. And then when that happened, I was like, bye, done.
Yeah.
Oh, like my husband was a bounty hunter for several years, a bondsman and did his own bounty hunting. He has shot at people. He has, been with like people who were going and never getting out of jail before.
Right.
He even was like, we need to leave.
Yeah.
He's like, and Tommy looked at him and said, if you're saying that, my husband's adrenaline junkie, crazy. And he's like, if you're saying that, we probably need to leave. And we did.
Yeah.
We packed up and left.
Yeah, that's not exactly.
I'm scared of saying too much on the air because I really never want these people to know. But again, I'm like, but I need to, because people need to be aware that it's the living you have to worry about.
That's exactly right. And yes, of course, there's dark entities everywhere. That's yes. We live among them. They're around us. Yes. But you know what? They're around us every day.
Yes.
And it's yourself that has to keep them away, and how you handle yourself.
I truly believe every place is haunted. I am one of those people. It's just whether or not they want to reveal themselves. Because my theory is there are more people that have died on this earth than people that are alive.
Yes.
We walk over graves every single day.
Yeah,
And there's sidewalks over them, there's roads over them, there's houses over them, but we do. And the other thing is, okay, yes, there's, it doesn't matter if you believe in heaven or hell. It doesn't matter if you believe in dark and light. I mean, there's got to be a balance somehow. No matter what you believe, there's bad, there's good. So, yes, they're all here, but what are you willing to accept? It's not going to come to you just, oh, hi, I'm here and I'm coming in you now.
Right.
Unless you go there and make an issue of yourself, or you did something or invited it, or somebody did it for you.
Anita, I was with someone who legitimately wanted to be famous. I mean, now there's people who want to be famous and they're not scared to tell you, hey, yeah, I want to be famous. I want to be known for what I do.
Yeah.
But I mean, yes, we do these podcasts. We're all friends at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we just want to talk. I mean, we just like to talk. But if I don't ever, I'm not going to say, and Adrian, you tell me how you feel. Someone comes up to me and says, hey, I'm going to do another documentary. Would you be in it? Or, hey, there's this TV show. I'd like for you to be in it. I'm not going to sit here and say I won't ever do it again.
Sure.
It depends on who I do it with.
Right.
I had a great experience, unlike Adrian. I had an awesome experience.
Yeah.
But I also know the horror story. So yeah, I mean, if it opportunity came around, I'm not gonna sit here and lie one bit and say I wouldn't jump on it.
Oh heck yeah, I would too.
But TikTok always counts nowadays. But I just, so then you get people go, I would never do. You can't tell me if ghost hunters came up to almost any one of them, I'm not gonna say every one of us, almost any one of us said, hey, we're gonna pay you to be a paranormal investigator.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And you get equipment.
You wouldn't have to pay me.
Call.
You wouldn't have to pay me. I'm there.
My whole thing is look at the locations they get to go to.
You're right. Ghost hunters, yes, I would.
TikTok count.
Ghost adventures, I would turn it down.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I'd rather be with ghost hunters as far as I'm concerned.
And the only thing I was reading something and I read it wrong. But the only thing that I might say I might still do it is because of the location. Because
I would have
sometimes that's the only opportunity that you would ever get to be in that location.
Yeah, you're right about that. I have a problem keeping my mouth shut. We all know I have no filter. And if Zach Bagans was standing in front of me, I go, you fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like when he'd go take off, it's a demon. I'm like, okay, well, I'm fixing to let it come at me and I'm going to come after you.
What I want to know.
Robert makes a good point.
When it comes to him, because I've heard so many different stories. One of my other old partners, love him to death. He's had dealings with Brad. I'm thinking of Brad Webb over here. He's had dealings with Zach, and he didn't like his dealings. But then I have David over in this hand who's had dealings with Zach, and he actually likes him. Yeah. So I've heard, since I've never met him, it's hard for me to judge. So I do wonder sometimes, does he ever do a real investigation without doing it for the show?
No.
Okay.
I was right behind him. I did not meet him, so I can't say that. But I was right behind him at Haunted Hill House in Texas, in Mineral Wells, Texas. He had just left, and we were the next ones. And they talked so awful about him because he went in there, went through like he was something. And he goes, all right, my crew's staying here. I'm going to the motel. And he was gone.
And that's what I didn't know. Now, if he literally said, okay, I'm going to investigate this house tonight. I'm just going to do a real investigation. No cameras.
Yeah.
Because we know how, I've had enough friends tell me too, how once the cameras roll, is a totally different storyline 90% of the time.
It is. And you have to be because that's your contract.
Right. So I guess if I would have heard, yes, he does do a true investigation just because he wants to know, that might be a little different then because, I get when the cameras roll because his show is about because no matter what, guess what? We're still talking about him.
Yep.
See, Anita makes a really good point right now about like how she would avoid Zach's history. Because let's be honest. I mean, the way how he's like doing his personal history of messing up with provenance and plagiarism. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, especially when it comes to like the researching history or whatever, I think I've done a better job, doing my research on these places than he has, honestly.
Well, I'm liking Denise's comment because
Okay.
Denise is in the house. Hey.
that can make sense because if you can get away, if people expect you to be that character, like Robert said, that character.
Yeah, Robert.
Then you're always playing the part. But sometimes it may take that person to just put you in your place. You're like, oh, I need to get out of character.
Yeah. And that's okay. Yes, absolutely. That's understandable. And I'm glad to know that somebody I know and trust has something like that to say.
You trust Denise?
Yeah.
She did marry Ernie.
I kind of like her. So, yeah, I mean, but these people, I don't know what kind of experience they had with him. I will also say this disclaimer, which I'm probably going to get in trouble for. But this place I went to was completely fake. Absolutely and totally fake. It was one of the first places I'd ever been with another team. And I looked it up online when we got home, and they had this little rocking chair with this ghoul-looking doll on it, and it would play Ring Around the Rosies, and it was supposed to be like motion detected. Okay, no, because I looked online, you could find that same damn thing, and it's remote controlled. I found out, and I knew that they had parked in the yard over there in a camper while people were staying in the house, which we were staying in the house. They have cameras all over the house, everywhere. And they had the TVs in their camper watching everything going on so they could remote control everything and did.
I'll tell you, there's another show that did some stuff here in the Vicksburg area. And it was at the McRaven home. Very popular, well-known haunted location. Is it haunted? Yes, it is. I have done that location several times when their workers would have to miss. They called me in, and I'd go over there and help them. Now that's where I learned that, okay, when you're doing public events, sometimes you tell them don't put their cell phones, they use them, and you just let them go with it, type thing.
Yeah.
That's where I learned that. But you tell them once, maybe twice, and then it's on their own from there.
Yeah. But
this one television show, I was watching it, and it was like they blew it way out of proportion. I'm like, I love the guys. The guys are extremely nice guys. Mm-hmm. But I'm going, wait a second. I've been there. You were there for a week, and you got this. I have been there, I'm not going to say hundreds of times, but several times. And I know several people have been there, and nobody locally has ever gotten any of this. Not saying it couldn't have happened.
Right.
But I was like, and I think that's when I realized how much is about entertainment.
Right. I've actually, I had a chance, and I won't even discuss where it was, who it was, but I did have a chance to get on Travel Channel. I saw the contract, and I had a moral decision to make at that point, because it does tell you, if you don't find something in so many locations, you are it doesn't say the word fake, but you're going to make
You're going to have evidence.
Yes. So I
don't care if it's an orb. I don't care if it's, if they shake a rug, there's going to be an orb at least.
Yes. And so I had to make a moral decision. Do I want to be famous? Which I wouldn't have been famous. That's not the word, but
I know.
Do I want to be on TV, or do I want to actually find evidence? And that's where I realized, okay, what road do I want to take with this right now? And I took the right road, but
that's where I always have to say, as much as I do talk about the shows, I had a good experience. Yeah. They actually didn't show everything that was going on.
Right.
So I was one of the few fortunate ones. So I can't say that,
Right.
you know, that
That's
some
right,
of these
Robert.
shows aren't legit, because I
Yeah.
do know,
That's right.
I know that Ghost Hunters had left a investigation because they didn't feel anything was there. That they were assigned to this location. They went and found another location.
I only know one person from the actual Ghost Hunters, and we all know we were all there. But you know, I have talked to Kendall and Vera. I like them. I like them very well.
Yes.
I think they're very reputable people. I don't think that they're going to fake if they don't have to. Yaha, what?
Yeah, that's David Wismer.
Oh, Dave.
Okay. But yeah,
Dave?
I mean, I would not trade anything in the world. Of course, yes, I had a bad experience with people, but I wouldn't trade anything in the world for the people I got to meet. And then you have a choice. Do you stay with, you know, the people that have integrity, or do you go with the people that can
Get you famous.
Yeah.
But I think if everyone would, I mean, again, there is an entertainment line, which is actually what opened people up to this field.
It is, absolutely.
The non, you know, not, I'm gonna say not the non-believers, but the people who didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
That's what got them thinking about this field.
Yep.
But I do feel that there are some, like I said, Steve, I'm going to tell you, can I vouch for what he does on television? No, because I've never been with him when he's on a contracted show.
Right.
Has he, have I heard certain stories and all? Yes. But seeing him investigate, because we investigated, because just during filming was not the only time we investigated. Like, he came up for his birthday because he was around town. He came by. I mean, there was several investigations with him prior to even the thought of the documentary.
Right, right.
And I can tell you that man, if he tells me I'm going to believe him, because I've seen him without cameras rolling truly dig into what it could be and try to figure out to make it not paranormal. People don't realize he is a skeptic.
Yeah.
He is a true skeptic.
So with that, there's something I want to show all of you. And for those in the audience, I want you guys to really look at this as well, because this here is the one piece of evidence that's got my mind boggled, and I've had this thing for 7 years.
Okay, let's go for it.
All right, so I'm gonna
think I know what it is.
Oh, I've seen this video. I remember this.
Look down there towards the bottom.
Yep, right on the bottom. Jeremy, we reviewed this when Paranormal Mysteries used to be on this on the network. Yep, there it is.
The
black little black mass of some
so
sort.
It's too tall to be like a cat or a dog, because it never goes past the chair. So it's too you're too far off the ground for it to be a cat.
Well, I've had somebody ask me, because at one time there was somebody. See, do you guys see my mouse? Can you see my mouse? I'm circling the guy sitting on the chair.
Unless he farted and his pants went up for a second.
All right, so
no,
there is somebody sitting in that chair, and at one time there was. This here is the back of a kitchen. This door here goes outside to the back porch, and he's sitting at a booth. That was actually a booth, and somebody was sitting next to him at one point, but at this particular time, I don't think there was. But somebody had asked me if that could have been somebody's shoe. And I said that if it was somebody's shoe, it would have been in black and white like this.
Hold on. Play it again, because I want to see something. And it never comes back. So if it was someone's shoe, why didn't it come back?
Okay, what happened with the light going off over here?
That looked like something with the camera.
See, that was another thing that we had. Let me see if I can get to a specific.
While you're doing that, Anita, I don't know if I'm wrong or right. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Right,
But
it was right there.
wasn't Ghost Hunters ahead of Ghost Adventures with Zach?
Yeah, they were.
So it's actually Ghost Hunters that opened us up to all of this.
Yeah, they were. They started showing. They started in
Ghost Hunters
2004.
but Ghost Hunters went on hiatus for a while, and that's when Ghost Adventures came back. So Ghost Hunters opened it. They're the originals, so they opened it. But I will say, agree with Anita. Ghost Adventures made it an okay topic because it was entertainment. It was more, let's people, it made it more fun.
Yes. Oh,
But,
okay.
but yeah, I'm noticing that unless there's more in the video later on, whatever goes to the left never comes back to the right. I mean, it just like goes.
It never goes past that chair.
Nope.
And the way that my DVR works is that it cuts everything automatically. So I only had this 16-second clip.
Okay.
So I'm about to say, but I mean, even if somebody would have been sitting there, it like completely goes away. So if there's no shadow left behind,
Right.
there's no, I mean, if it's someone's foot, it would, I don't know. I couldn't just see
Well,
someone's
even if
foot.
it was somebody's foot, they would have that gray texture instead of solid black.
Yeah. Yeah.
What gets me is that it's solid black.
And Facebook user, whoever that is,
That's Dave.
I'm not saying Ghost Hunters
David.
was not better, because I do agree Ghost Hunters was better.
Yes.
But Ghost Adventures Ghost Hunters got everybody's attention. But they went on that hiatus. So Ghost Hunters got everybody's attention. Ghost Adventures brought that attention kind of a little bit.
I think what they did, Ghost Hunters and Ghost Adventures, is that they went to total opposite ends of the same.
spectrum.
Yeah. And they brought that in, and it made it where everybody is wanting to go everywhere in between.
Yes, it brought in a younger crowd, our next generation.
That's what Anita said. Because I will admit, I mean, I was one of them because I was in high school when Ghost Adventures started.
Right. And see, I remember my husband actually started watching Ghost Hunters with my son, and then I was like, oh,
Joe.
this is interesting. And I think I remember the first time they were in the first time I saw it, they were in a basement with a bunch of, I don't know if it was like, I don't remember exactly which episode. They were in a basement with a bunch of little inlets. I want to keep saying catacombs, but I don't think they were there yet, but it was something like that. But I think if they would not have went on hiatus, I think they would have been the one that brought the teens. But I think Ghost Adventures came right when the hiatus started.
Yeah. So I'm going to play it again. Let me.
By the way, because the other house doesn't have cable, so I've been purchasing a bunch of DVDs. So I got the Ghost Hunters DVD. Okay, hold on.
Why is that light turning off?
Do you have it paused?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Okay.
I'm trying to get it to where it pauses right on that black mass. Damn it!
Yeah, I know. It's kind of hard to pause.
It is.
Okay, is that light an IR light?
Wait a minute. Here.
Yeah, it is.
That's what it looks like.
Oh, Jeremy, I actually have control over the video too. So if I could scroll it just a little bit down. Let me see if I could try. Oh, wait. Okay. I was right. Okay, we almost had it. You had it just at a screen. Oh man, You had it just had a
Nick,
screenshot.
Nick, let's try this. I'll move the cursor. You try to pause it.
Okay.
You gotta play it first.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, we almost had it. If only there was somebody I could download the video here and I could go like frame by frame to get it. Let's try this.
Work on that. Send it to Jeremy.
Oh,
send
wait.
it to me.
We
That's
have part of it.
Hold on. Let me do it this way. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can.
Yeah, Dave. Now we can. Yeah, David. Now we can see it.
I understand that light going off like that because it went off and stayed off, and then it went up.
Yeah, there we go. There we go, Dave. Now I can see it. It's blacker than the black of a mass. Oh,
Yeah.
Anita said she got some screenshots.
Anita's awesome about helping.
Yeah, she is.
Even with her serial killer cookbooks. That you thought I forgot, didn't you?
I want to see if I can find.
I don't just look like an elephant. I have a brain like an elephant. I don't forget.
Did you say you're an elephant? What?
I said I may look. I don't just look like an elephant. I have a brain like an elephant. I don't forget.
Just be careful. Just be careful not to handle that with the gorilla out there who likes to give his glue.
Okay.
All right, you're gonna try. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is better. There you go. Now you got it.
You see that?
Yep.
So what could that possibly be?
Oh gosh, David.
Whoa, Dave, check this out.
Wow.
Bought a
Let
pair of
us know if
handcuffs
you
from
get anything off of it, bud.
Alcatraz. Wow, that's all. That's amazing, Dave. I got to see that one of these days when we have a chance of meeting up.
But again, Jeremy, without being there and knowing everything, it's hard to tell. But I
All right.
can't.
Can you see my cursor? Can you see my mouse?
Yes.
Yeah, I can see it.
I'm trying to see if it goes down.
Okay, so I want you to focus right here, okay?
Yes, thank
Okay.
you, Dave.
Focus right here, and I'm going to move the cursor. Look at that. You see
Where is
that
that?
moving?
Yeah, but see, that could be a
like
refraction from the
white.
light.
And then
Yeah.
That could be something refracting from the camera to the light. I would say,
Yeah.
I mean, because the light's shining this way, it could be pushing it back to him, could look like it's on him, but could be on the camera.
It's just
Anita's-
curious that happens a second before this black mask comes out.
Anita is asking, what light is it shot in?
It's IR light.
But see, I can't tell if whatever it is goes down, straight, whatever.
I thought it was moving. If it was like a head or something, I thought it was moving up briefly before going back down.
Here, go ahead and just hit play. Let me look at something.
I'm going to try to slow it down here.
And Jill, that's what I was wondering if it was like a
Yeah,
cat, but
like a
it's
tail.
like it would have to be.
If
in
there
the
were no
there.
animals in
There was
the
no animals. Okay.
yeah, there were no animals in the house.
There might have been one that you just couldn't see,
Right.
meaning a spirit cat.
Okay, yeah. Anita's saying it's interesting. It's not an artifact. then.
Okay, it does go up and down a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I said. It looked like it goes up briefly and then goes right back down. Now, I might have asked this question a while back, Jeremy, but did they ever say about, like, did they previously had any pets that may have died in the house? Or they may have, well, maybe not in the house, but any.
Not that I can remember.
Because my ferret, I mean, laugh at me if you want. My ferret, we think, came back. Like a ball moved right before my husband got the call, or right before I got the call. I think I got the call that he did pass at the vet, and it was like right before that, a ball that had been sitting there just moved.
Yeah, not that I can remember.
And that's what I'm thinking, Jill. It looks
Yeah,
to me
jumping
like
playful like a kitty or a ghost cat.
But
those
I
are some
remember
big rats.
when I caught that, I'm thinking what the hell is that?
Oh, I would be the same way too.
Nobody else can figure it out either.
But good eye, though. Good eye.
Yeah.
So
I mean, without knowing the situation, I would have to probably say something on paranormal because I can't figure that one out.
I actually
can't either.
But now the light, I can't. I couldn't say it's paranormal because that could be coming. The IR light could be hitting the other light could be hitting the camera light and just looks like it's further back on him when it could just be. I mean, that I can't. Only because the way I do things is if I can come up with any explanation whatsoever, unless you can tell me there's no way it could do that, then I have to throw it out.
See, Dave here says it looks like something coming through the door, seeing everybody and going back through the door. Oh, good night, Anita.
I'm actually have to head out with Anita.
Do you guys actually just
there
before
is no other light there except for that IR light?
Actually, just before we get off here, do you mind if I show a quick video of myself? It's actually the video, Jeremy, of Crown Point Jail. And this is something that's not going to be what you guys are going to see. This is not something like that will just show up for a second. It literally sits in the front of the video for like a minute or two. So here, this was taken 2 years ago. This was the footage that. What was that?
It was weird.
I know. You guys tell me, because I don't know how to explain this. I mean, we were all like the same way.
Where are we looking?
This video has never been shown before. So
no, this is the first time ever I'm playing it.
Where are we looking? Or
it's going to show up here on the top of the screen. So there's nothing yet because I just put it. I mean, I just rewound a little bit, but here you'll see it. So this was at Crown Point Jail. Give it a few seconds. So as you can see, they're doing a ghost box session right now. Yep, here it comes. There it is. Look, there's it's like completely covering Earl's face.
Yeah.
Okay.
But hold on. And then this is just me being the skeptic. Someone who's out of screen to the left keeps moving, and I don't know anything about Crown Point. Would the shadow from who? Is there any windows or anything behind her? Or anything
there were windows, but there were windows. And yeah, I briefly moved the camera up just to make sure it wasn't on the ceiling. There were windows behind us, and I was checking because I was actually seeing this occur while I was filming. So I looked back to see if there was anything that we were blocking, and it was a wide area. There was nothing other than us that could have caused the shadow, and I was nowhere near where the shadow was causing.
There are two of them filming, but the way that everything was, in order to be able to do a shadow like that, you would have to get right in front of that camera in order to
the IR light.
I'm about to say because I don't know anything about Crown Point. Never been there. That's why.
Well, and this is not it because here, just watch quickly. It gets better then. See now the shadow or whatever this is, it's going to start receding back up. See it move right back up to the ceiling. And just wait.
Did he say anything at that point or feel anything?
No, surprisingly, he didn't.
I'm laughing at Robert.
You can see I'm kind of pointing a little bit to the ceiling, making sure there's no shadow that's being casted. Yeah, but wait, it comes back though. I think it's after a minute or so. Hang on. Yep, there it is. It goes right back down to them. And then it goes right back up.
At that point, he grabs his chest, kind of like he felt something.
Yeah, it goes right back down, and then it just goes back up. And at that point, it was gone entirely.
Yeah. But I remember when they all came down, I still remember the look on Nick's face. And he could not wait to show me that video. And it was just...
I was asking too, please. I mean, I said, you guys got to tell me what the hell is this? I really wanted skeptics. I really want to say, someone tell me how this could have happened.
Yeah,
It
that
was-
would be
I
the
know
only thing I
Crown
could
Point's
think of.
active.
It was just, and I don't know if you guys heard, I know we were kind of talking over the video, but very, very brief. I mean, if you listen very carefully, you could actually hear, because Don was with me that night because he was filming. The weirdest part on the entire thing was it only appeared on my camera. He didn't get it on his camera.
Oh, okay.
And I briefly walk over to Don. I whisper, Don, are you getting this? Like, I got something, like there's something right in front of him. I had
Who's
no idea.
Facebook user?
I'm trying to figure that out, but
It's not
showing
Dave.
up on the page.
Is it showing on the page that's private?
That's where I'm at, and it's not showing
Yeah, Jan,
up.
it was.
What
It
about
was in front
on
of his
the
face.
public things? I know my son's on here somewhere.
Yeah,
What
so
flavor you got, Adrian?
It is, he just got it for me tonight. Sunset.
I haven't tried that one yet. No, I have tried that one.
What
Can't-
about
what
berry?
video?
Triple berry ice is my favorite.
Ooh, I haven't tried that one.
Miss the intense
That's weird.
music.
It's not on the
Names and
universal
faces
page
have been
or
changed
the
to protect
network
the
page.
innocent.
Who are you?
Yeah, who is this? It's like Brad saying it's like the shadow they had at Waverly.
You know, when we went to Waverly, we didn't get anything. I didn't get anything.
I've got go ahead.
I do have some artifacts here from
there it
Waverly where
It's
the
Irene.
bricks were on the floor and where the nurse's room was.
Right, Dave?
There was all the like tiles and stuff on the floor. I got a little bitty piece of the tile. I do have that here.
I got an idea for a show. I know next week we've got guests, but the next week,
No, next week we
No,
don't.
we
2
don't.
weeks we do.
how about this?
This year is Irene.
Oh,
Oh,
hey,
okay.
Oh, it's Irene. Okay.
The
See
comment
Irene.
came up.
So how about if anyone has videos? I see people saying, "Hey, my video." Why don't you send the videos to Jeremy? As long as you're okay with criticism,
Yeah,
please be
that's
okay
it.
with criticism and asking questions.
Yeah.
How about you send your video to Jeremy, and that's what our show can be: is we can analyze footage that people can't figure out, but you'll have to
Kinda
get
like-
the background of the video.
And there's no
Kinda
promise
like
we
our
can
own-
figure it out. We will just discuss it.
Kind of like our own version of Paranormal caught on camera.
Yeah. I mean, but you've got to give
You're-
a background of it because there will be questions asked, and you've got to be okay with the questions being asked.
Yeah, don't get
Jill
defensive.
couldn't.
Brad's already sent me his, so we can show that first thing to next week.
Yeah,
I got one too.
yeah. Jill, she didn't get to see the video for some reason. Is it okay if I? The video I just showed at Crown Point.
Yeah, you can play
Yeah,
it.
I was gonna say if you guys don't mind, I'll play it for her one more time, just so that way she can see it for herself. All right, hang on. I got to go back. Okay, right around here. So, Jill, this is what I was showing before.
No, Robert, I want the sex dungeon videos.
Now watch right above here, Jill. See the shadow that just shows up? It goes right in front of Earl's face.
Stop it, Jerry.
Oh, Jen, somebody doesn't want her seeing that.
See, and yeah, I moved up briefly to
I
check the
think
ceiling.
Jan seen it earlier when he played it.
The spirit protecting his identity. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so that's Earl and Denise. They actually work there at the jail. They're two of the volunteers that have been working there
See?
for.
And now
I
it just
don't
went
know
back
how
up,
long.
and Jill, watch, it comes back.
And it comes back aggressively.
Yeah, a lot faster this time.
And Adrian, you said that he grabs his chest when that happens?
Yeah, he kind of went like this. Like
I didn't
he
even
was
think
getting a
that
bug
way.
off of him or something.
See, actually, wait, let me pause just for a sec. You were talking about the shadow, about any light.
Okay,
Look
I
right
see
next.
that.
There's a light here. There's no possibility that a shadow could go right in front of
Okay.
him. There's this light.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
very
didn't see the
good point.
the light when I was talking about the
Yeah.
person. I could only see
So
the
it-
person.
That was impossible. It's impossible to show that. Hang on. I think that's done. I think that's with him with the other camera. Yep. See, there
we
it is.
go.
There
See
it's
him
back again.
grab like this?
And then it just went
Like he
right
was-
back up. Yeah. If my
I don't guess
reports
he
are,
was grabbing. He was more scratching.
yeah. I never even thought
Yeah,
of it that way.
I think it's more like a.
Yeah, it was kind of like scratching or moving his shirt.
He said, Jan saying she could see the shadow mist growing.
All right. Well, I
Smothering.
love y'all. I'm barely keeping my eyes open, and I gotta work.
We
Get some
we
sleep.
we need to end the
Me
show.
too.
We've been going
Yeah,
on
we
3
really
hours,
do.
so
I got a question to ask you, Jeremy, but I'll ask when we get off.
okay. So next week, anybody that wants to have videos shown on this show, send them to me. Send them to Nick. We'll get them on there. I
Yes,
don't know.
Brad. No,
The
not
great
7
Uncle
hours
Red.
left.
I don't know if I'm personally going to be on the show. It's going to depend on how I'm feeling because I'm finally getting the eye surgery on Monday. So we'll see how I can see
Send
after.
them to Nick just in
Yeah.
case.
Yeah. And also tomorrow night at 7 Eastern, I'm going to be on Emily Minhouse's show, What the Frick Live. So that should be that should be really fun.
You'll have fun. Don and I did.
Yeah. So until next week, guys, thank you so much for playing along. We had a very active audience tonight. And we will see you guys next week. Have a good night.
See you later.
Night,
Good night.
y'all.
Night.